You guys are tuned into the Lyrical Fix Podcast with your host, Sade.
And Kid Pro.
And we're here with a very special guest.
A very special guest.
Johnson Soldout.
What up?
What's going on, buddy?
A little round of applause.
Couple gunshots?
I swear, bro.
No, I'm not going to do gunshots for Johnson. I didn't even have them ready for him.
We
You didn't queue up the poetic snaps, man.
Oh, man. We need those. Yeah, get it right in the fucking mic. Snap.
But thank y'all for having me.
Yo, man, thank you so much for being here, man. Episode 95, the Turnpike episode, as you just stated.
Turnpike, yes.
I like that. Yeah. I don't know how we're going to equate that into the episode, but we'll figure out a way.
You got to put, when you post a video, you got to put, to get like the algorithm going, you got to be like, what's your exit on the Turnpike?
Oh, my God. This dude just came in with a fucking idea now. Holy shit.
Look at him.
Yo, look,
That's what we mean by special.
I'm not saying anything, not foreshadowing. I'm just saying, I was telling Sade earlier, I had a dream, like a little whatever, quick thing, that you were our co-host, like our third.
The third?
seat.
Oh,
For some reason, it just seemed that way. Maybe it's because in my head, you and I have had so many conversations like about hip-hop and just music and just life in general. Like even before here, when Sade had to step out for a sec, you and I were just talking like free flow, a good, 40 minutes? Just nonstop, just talking about everything under the sun. And I think like, all right, that makes for good conversation. People I can have like a straight up great conversation with and know about the music industry. And how I told you before, it's not the fact that you just know shit, it's the way that you deliver shit. It's the way that you know how to talk about things. And you provide anecdotes, you provide, a little funny story in there, or something you've read, an article, or something you've seen online where you've actually put the time in to do the investigation. I think that goes a long way. And I appreciate that about you, man.
Hey, man, if you ever need a recurring B mic, man, I'll be like Parks, man. I'll show the knee. I'll show the
knee,
I
man.
got the open
with them
toes.
shorts. You're gonna see.
I got the open toes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Chancletas. That's right. I didn't even peep it. Yeah, bro. I see. You came mad relaxed. Yeah. With the shirt,
relaxed.
This is actually just classic Johnson attire.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
you know
I
I
see
had
this.
to.
Yeah, man.
Come on, man.
Every day's a beach day for you, bro. I love that shit. Got the beads and everything, too.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
got the tiger's eye on here.
Very smooth individual.
Oh, she got the jasper, crystals and shit. I be
on
on
the crystals, man.
I had to show out for my poetry. I didn't get a haircut, so, I had to.
I feel you. Now here I am with my haircut. No, it was getting bad, man. Thank you. Yeah, it was getting bad because when my hair was growing, it got to a point where if I put a hat on, the hair up here would stick out to the side, so I looked like Inspector Gadget. Like, when his shit kind of popped out to the side? Yeah. Maybe that's what... No, that wasn't what they were playing. I thought the band was playing that.
No, they were definitely playing some like pirate song.
Some sea shanty of some sort.
Some siren?
Yeah, something about the Kraken.
Something sirens.
Something about some sirens and shit. I like that. Oh, before we started this, we were talking about... You said, let's get it started. And then I said, hey, funny story. Did you guys know that the original title to that song was Let's Get Retarded?
And
And you didn't fucking believe me.
No.
And I said, when we start this episode, Google that shit.
I'm Googling.
First, find out what year it came out. And that'll give you the context. Because that was at a time where it was okay to have a song saying, let's get retarded.
Released 2003. Recorded between 2002 and 2004.
Now, I'm not trying to tell y'all anything. I mean, I was still of age at that time.
I feel like all she did was say a date, though.
She literally just said, let's get it. No.
It was called Let's Get Retarded by the Black Eyed Peas. Show Johnson.
It was.
That's that
Retarded. And the song went, Let's Get Retarded. Retarded in here.
Don't look at me like that.
What?
Wow.
Fergie was harmonizing, had her hand on her ear. Let's get retarded. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, it's a different time back then,
It was a different time, but of course, this song couldn't be played on every commercial because no one wants to hear Let's Get Retarded.
I'm waiting for it.
Now you got to go to the hook.
Oh! Yo, that's I did not know. Okay, let's stop
get
playing.
retarded in here. No, thank you.
Yeah, somebody a year ago said I was today years old when I learned this was the original.
That's crazy.
I did not know that.
Nah,
Beat y'all niggas to the punch. That's what happened.
Yeah,
Let's get
suddenly,
retarded.
quote, in this context means no disrespect, quote, end quote, makes so much sense. Nah, still, that's like, what?
Now, obviously, we know you can't put a song out like that nowadays.
No, but apparently that was put out.
and they did the right thing by putting let's get it started.
That's wild. I
Yeah.
did not know that.
And that's why that song is now played in every stadium, whatever, and movies and shit, because they had to. Can you believe it? That was the explicit version.
That's wild. That was the that's crazy.
Little hip hop history lesson for y'all from Chub Pro. No, I'm
What?
Skinny Pro. Sorry, guys. I lost a bunch
Chub
of weight.
Oh, no. Well, never mind.
No,
When you
sorry.
said
I'm
chub,
Skinny
I was
Pro.
like, that's disgusting. Pause.
Oh, it's like a chub. I remember that. Yeah, people still call it that. Yeah, when you get a half chub.
It's the Lyrical Fix after dark.
Half chub. I remember saying that
We're
at
so
school. Oh
immature.
man, you gave me a half chub. I remember that time. I remember I had a half chub. My Spanish teacher, she was super hot, and she had her hand on my shoulder while she was helping me with the test.
Did it for you?
And I did it for me. Gave me a half chub. She was hot as fuck. Oh my god.
What
And
grade was this?
This was 7th grade. So
I mean,
yeah,
that sounds like
that's
about
me.
right,
That's
right?
yeah. That's
Yes,
that's good enough.
puberty
No one,
kicked
yeah.
in.
You know, I was just like J. Cole in that one song. You know, just trying to learn about the
That no.
yeah,
Let's
what
not-
right?
Let's not talk about that
Yeah,
song.
let's not talk.
That song is horrible.
That song is terrible.
And people
Oh, okay,
and
I
J.
thought-
Cole stands really try to like push
I
that.
thought-
Nah, bro, you
oh.
don't understand where he was coming from with that.
No,
I thought it was the
that,
I thought I had the
no.
unpopular opinion.
Nah, bro.
No.
We-
And
I
I'm
agree
a
with
Cole
you.
fan, and no, that was just not.
It was a cringeworthy song.
It really was.
It really was cringe as fuck.
He has a couple, and that was definitely number one.
And then when I heard he was making a video for it, I was like, I don't want to see this. And then when I saw it was just dogs, I was like, okay.
Oh, they did. I think that's why I didn't watch it because they did say
It was just
gonna be
dogs?
Yeah, no,
Yeah, I didn't know that, so
Yeah.
I'm watching it, and yeah, no, I
Like, what the
yeah.
fuck is this fucking Homeward Bound?
I
What the
saw
fuck am I
Just
watching
Dogs.
The
Saw Just Dogs. That was very fucking weird.
here? Nah, fucking old Yeller in there trying to get some ass. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Benji.
Yeah,
Wait,
Benji.
Was it Benji?
I don't know. That's why I was saying
Lassie.
a whole bunch of movies
Lassie.
that,
Yeah.
Lassie out here trying to get some ass and shit. Nah, it was weird to me. But
I'm a little stunned at the fact that it's retarded. And now
look, I tell y'all, man, we start with the hip hop history.
That
I'm
is
glad that
wild.
Johnson brought it up because it needed to be said.
We're not calling that hip hop. Is that hip hop? That would be really.
Black Eyed Peas was considered a hip hop group. They
true.
still are, and you can't deny the hip hop history that Will.I.am has.
Yeah,
Oh no, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
They had
No, just that song in general is very. No, I guess that makes sense actually.
Now the other dudes I can't speak much for, Apple the App, and the other guy, guy looks like a fucking
They're
Native
more hip
American.
hop than I feel Fergie is.
Fergie. Last I heard of Fergie, she fucking butchered the national anthem at the All
That
Star
was
game.
really fucking rough.
Oh, that's where that meme comes in with
Yeah.
all of them laughing and
Oh
shit.
man, and they really were. That wasn't some like edited shit. Like I saw it live. Like they were really going at it. When she went to
That
all that bullshit.
That was rough.
Niggas was not feeling that. They wanted to get this game over with. And I think, yeah, yeah.
Think about that. It's bad.
And she never sang again.
Can Black Eyed Peas do a versus?
Yes,
With who?
and the appropriate group.
Goop.
Yeah,
group,
I was like,
sorry.
Okay, I thought that was the only one I heard. I was
The
like,
appropriate
Goop?
group.
yeah, group. Yeah.
I don't know. It's a good. Who else was like that? Borderline Kids Bop group besides them. That was like okay to do that shit. I can't think of one.
yeah, I can't think.
I
of
think
one
they're in a
either.
league of their own.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see them doing. I think they can hold their own, but against
They got
who?
hits, but you got to put them against someone that's like just as.
Oh, no doubt. Ish, no, maybe. I don't know.
Well, no, they're not hip hop.
Yeah, okay, I guess, yeah. But, like, I feel like they're on, no, I think Gwen is by herself. It was like,
She had more hip hop jams because she was fucking with Pharrell.
when she was solo, yeah, never
Yeah,
mind.
she had a song with like
I love
Eve.
No Doubt. They're the
Yeah,
shit.
Gwen Stefani had her. She was doing her thing when she went solo. Yeah, I fuck with Gwen Stefani hard.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
yeah, no, I think Gwen by herself is fine. Then no, never mind, I take it back. But if Gwen did if Gwen was part of it, then she could easily play No Doubt songs.
Oh yeah, that's fair game. Anything that you've performed, done an ad lib, even
Mhm.
written, like is fair game in the verses.
So now we're saying Gwen versus Fergie.
Oh man, she got way more hits than
Oh
Fergie.
man, yeah.
Because then
Fergie
Fergie's gonna
can
throw
sing.
in her Black Eyed Peas shit. So yes, then I can see Gwen versus Fergie.
So then it'd be and Fergie would definitely lose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm taking Gwen.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
yeah, I'm taking Gwen.
yeah, Fergalicious
Gwen?
is not gonna take
yeah, I'm
anything.
taking Gwen.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
what's Gwen gonna do when Fergalicious drops? Anything.
Yeah, anything.
Anything, because it's not that great. Or My Humps.
Oh my god.
That was
the
a
banana
shitty
song.
song.
I think the
What banana song?
It's banana.
Yeah, there you go.
I thought that was Fergie. Oh yeah, Gwen. Yeah. Holla Back Girl.
Yeah, and that was like that was.
Because I ain't no holla back girl. Still don't know what
that
the
was
fuck
damn
that
near.
means.
That was damn near a fucking anthem at
Yeah,
one
and
point.
she had a thing for Japanese women and shit. That was a weird time. I remember that shit. I still don't get the fascination with that stuff.
What?
The Japanese girls. Like she was just chilling with all those.
Maybe she's just having a lot of threesomes with them. No, stop. I don't know.
I wouldn't mind seeing that. Actually, now that you mention
Is this how rumors get started?
it is, yeah. Here at Lyrical Fix.
20 years later. Oh shit.
Oh.
There
Is
it
everything
goes.
okay?
Wait, let's see.
Quick thing.
We're
By the
good.
way, since we're here, we're in the lovely media room of We Are Jersey Studios out in Clifton. Thank you to We Are
That
Jersey for
chair.
providing the space for us. As
Yeah.
always, you know what I mean? I like this view. We got the nice lights in the back.
Mm-hmm.
We got the
They're
nice
fancy.
little Miami colors. You know what I mean? The aqua blue and the magenta. It's very stylish. Got the nice little lights. Got the camera angles for everybody. As you can see, probably at this point, Sade will be editing throughout, so I can pop in on this one. I'm in this one.
You're in
I'm
these. You're in
right
these two, and then almost in this one.
right there. You see it? This is how we do it. Just exactly. I love it, man. Just the fact that you got 3 cameras to do whatever you want is amazing. I just want to do a lot of shit. So Johnson,
Yes.
let's get right into it, man.
Okay.
So first time I met you, brother, it was I think it was at Check
We're
It.
doing this.
I think it was at Check It, but you did your famous poem. Well, I say famous, but one of the ones that you're most popular for.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I don't even know the title. I know the beginning lines. So what is the title of that
What
one?
is the title?
Golden?
That's Golden.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I Love Woman a Lot? I'm
Yeah.
assuming that's the one.
Yeah, no, yeah,
I have
that's,
so many.
that is the one. No, you do. That's the
Oh,
thing.
no, you do.
But that's the one
Yeah.
that I remember. 'Cause that's the first one I met you, and then
That was the first
and
smash.
that was the first one, and that's why I was like, okay, this guy's got some style to him. He's got a
How did I
great
not
fashion
realize
sense.
that? Yeah.
You know what I mean? He lets the chest hair out. You know, pause. Looking like a black Zangief.
I'm kind of mad I missed that. Oh, there's my water. I was looking for it. I'm kind of mad I missed that one event where, damn. I think it was, what's his name's going away party? Dante's, maybe? What's his name? I forgot.
Derek.
Derek
there you
Tavernier.
go, Derek.
Yes.
This is going away party. And
Dante.
Oh my God.
I don't know where I got Dante from. Sorry. And all I kept hearing about was how you had like open buttons, and it just like man meat just chilling.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I was hollering.
Yeah.
That's Saint.
that was great.
Saint came up with that shit because he sent me that shit because I didn't really know who Zangief was, and he sent it to me.
Oh
And
my
then
God,
I was just
yeah.
like,
Yeah, and it made sense. I mean, you're just missing the mohawk, but it made sense. And he was a Russian dude, so
I'm not Russian.
I know that's a.
I didn't know about that one.
But it was funny that the first person with chest hair that Saint thought of was Zangief. Was a video game character. That's-
Of course.
not an actual person that we see in movies. Probably had his shirt off like an action star. It's like, nah, this video game character from Street Fighter 2. From the USSR. Zangief. No, it was great. I laughed my ass off because I knew exactly what it was. And then Halloween, that was even better at Solemn's Locker.
Oh yeah. No, that
Yeah,
was a fun
he wore what you were the werewolf, right?
werewolf. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one I
Chest,
seen,
had
yeah.
the-
And then you had as if you needed more chest hair.
Yeah, man.
if you
look,
needed more
man,
chest hair.
It was cold out. I wasn't gonna be
It
like
was
shirtless.
cold.
Like I ain't one of those people.
I had a chest protector. It was cold as fuck that day. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a great fucking night too. That was
was.
awesome. You were there for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you missed a lot.
Yeah, I was able to stay up until for an hour, and then of course nothing. I think everything started like 10 minutes after I left.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah, with that. Yeah,
that was cool.
But great fucking times. But going back to that night, man, it showed me because that was my first really live experience dealing with poets. Like previously I'd gone to like a lot of open mics, showcases where there weren't any, and if they were, I didn't catch much of it. But for some reason, I stayed and I heard yours, and I was just blown away. I'm not saying that because you're here, just because that's what I initially thought. And then from there, I made it the point. Every time you were performing, I made sure if we're in the same building, I'm gonna stay listening to your performance. Now, I guess my question is, do you feel like you incorporate some type of different style when you do your poetry, as opposed to other poets you see when you do these shows?
1000%.
Okay, what makes you stick out? And that's a tough thing to ask a poet because from face value, from the outside looking in, just seems like you guys just all speak loud and not really rhyming that much. You're telling a story. But what makes you different aside from all these other poets?
I don't talk about like the hot topics. You know what I'm saying?
Talk about
all
what?
the time. Or if I do talk about the hot topics, I approach it from a different angle. And it's like I'm not here to like step on anybody and say that they shouldn't express the way they want to express themselves. But it's just like I was tired of going to open mics. Especially when I started like really doing open mics was on like 2018, 2019. So like Trump is still president. So everybody's just getting on stage talking about Trump.
Politics.
Talking about politics. They're talking about their, you know, sexual assault story and talking about how they broke up with this person in the most cliche way. And it's just like, it gets to a point like where you can just like, I see how it ends and like I know the words that's going to rhyme with that word and stuff like that. And it's just like, it was just like a breath of fresh air when somebody would come on and talk about like their dog, but their dog like reflected into like their like relationship with their parents. Or like there was this one dude that like at the Bowery Poetry Club that like he was what's the I always forget what the word is, the type of people who can't deal with like bright flashing lights.
They get seizures.
Epileptic.
Yeah.
There we go.
Like he just did a whole piece on that, and it never like realized to me like, oh yeah, like if an ambulance passes by, you're like fucked.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wild. Yeah, I didn't even think about it like that.
You know
You're
what I'm
like
saying?
sleeping outside or some shit, an ambulance. Yeah.
You can't watch like Pokemon episodes and shit. Yeah,
So
stuff
it's
like
just
that.
like that's like I never like, you know, it's nice to see different perspectives from different people's lives and like from a different angle. Like you never think of that. So it's like I try to incorporate that as best as I can without making it seem forced. Not saying I don't talk about politics and like cliche stuff too, but it's just like performance wise, it's just like who wants to sit, if it's 10 performers, who wants to go through 6 political poems and 2 heartbreak poems and then like, you know what I'm saying, and like 1 weird funny poem, you know, or like the overly sexual poem.
You know, you almost make it sound like it's rappers that keep talking about guns, drugs, and bitches.
Yeah, it's a parallel.
The cliche shit.
It's a parallel.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the things I wanted to bring up to you about like the parallels between rappers and poets, because there are some similarities, and we are together a lot, and also the singers, but we're together at these shows and these showcases and open mics a lot, and I'm starting to see some of the similarities that you're talking about. I'm like, there's not much going on right now. Like all these people have like a sad trauma story that they want to put into a poem form, but they're not really talking about the basics, I guess. They're talking about, like you said. But I would like to hear about love. I'd like to hear more about friendship and relationships and not talking about the cliche shit like you mentioned.
Yeah.
I think there's enough people talking about politics and stuff like that aren't poets that do just as good enough job, if not better.
And all that stuff is needed. You know, poets were like the original, like that's where people got their source from. Like as far as like there wasn't news and stuff like that. Like people would listen to poets back in the day, and that's how you get your information about what's going on.
Right.
So of course you need the political people. I'm just saying, like, let's try to approach it from a different angle. Let's try to like remix. I'd like to say remix the cliches. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be more original.
I get it. Yeah.
It's hard. Like, you know, nothing's new under the sun. But like,
Change up the metaphor itself.
Yeah, change up the metaphors.
Content got to be better. Shit, just you talking about Toys R Us.
Oh, yeah. Talking about Toys R Us.
That shit like that. Right there. I was like, okay, this I have not heard. Just something simple. Something small that you love that we can all relate to. That's what was the greatest part about that. Not only did we appreciate the fact that it was funny, but we all related to it because at the time we knew that Toys R Us was going out of business, or it was out of business.
Yeah.
So we're like, shit, yeah. We were all in here. Everybody here was a fucking Toys R Us kid. Who didn't love going to Toys R Us when your parents would take you a weekend or something, pick out a toy or just to go toy watching or whatever?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. That was the shit. And it was little stuff like that made me a fan. On top of that. And just the delivery on the golden poem, too. That made it. And I think that's what it comes down to, delivery. Your delivery is what's the word I'm looking for? Just bar above a lot of these other motherfuckers.
Oh, man,
and I hate calling poets motherfuckers. But you know what I mean.
No, you can.
Yeah.
You can.
I mean, there's a couple around the way. I'm not saying it because he's here, but there's a couple I just can't remember them right now off the top of my head, but that are good. But with Johnson, I'm a fan.
Yeah, there's a lot. You got Meanings Infinite.
Oh, my God. M.I. Okay. M.I. You got Louis. King Louis.
You got Sean Battle. You got...
Sean Battle. I think I went to school with him.
Yeah.
Rutgers has like I forgot their poetry group. I was kind of a part of it at some point. But I think when I used to do all like the poetry shit with Rutgers, that's how I met Sean. Yeah.
And
Yeah, I met him a couple times. Still like pops up on like Facebook since that was being used at the time.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's still working like crazy out here. Yeah.
He just dropped the book.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So is it now? Just school me on it, or just pretty much anyone that doesn't know about the Poet Society going on, the poet community, the Poetic Society. You guys do your shows, you travel just like rappers do. You go to different events. Is there a hierarchy? Is there a politics game between the poets?
1000%. I got stories for days. I really like, even though I'm from Jersey, like I didn't really do poetry in Jersey because there wasn't really a platform for it. And then once the platform for poets in Jersey started building, COVID hit, and now it's kind of like slowly rebuilding. But like most of my shows I was doing in Manhattan, Brooklyn, Bronx, because that's where all the venues were, and that's where everybody was at. So like I know a lot more New York poets than I know Jersey poets. And yeah, I mean the scene can be very toxic. I don't know what it's like now since post COVID, because you know everybody's kind of like getting revamped and like trying to like get their stuff back together and like relaunch. But like before COVID, there's a lot of toxic stuff, a lot of trauma bonding, a lot of trauma bonding.
Yeah, I was about to ask what you meant by that. Okay.
Yeah, so it's just like a lot of people who we all have these messed up. You know, I mean, all artists for the most part have like some type of troubling past.
Yeah.
Some crazy backstory and like something.
Troubling past.
Oh yeah, I got it. I got mine.
Sounded like some superhero stuff, but like everybody has like these things that happen to them, and then you know we connect via our similarities and stuff like that. And like, but the thing is, people latch too quickly and have attachment issues.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you know, we went to these shows together and we performed together, and like we may have went to a restaurant or bar afterwards a few times, but like we're not family.
Right.
We're like associates or like peers. And that's cool. Like there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing, and I feel like people take offense to that, like saying that you're their peer, associate, or we're not like. Yeah. There's levels to friendship.
Some people can. Yeah. Absolutely.
And it's just like. People don't let that build. Everybody just like gets that euphoria of like, oh my god,
like
this
so quick.
It's like, oh my god, this person also suffered the same thing like me, and like, oh my god, like
you're my bro now, you're my sis.
Yeah, like oh my god, we gotta like talk all the time and hang out all the time, and like I'm gonna go to your show, you're gonna go to my show, and then it's like
very easy to get caught up in that shit. Very easy, especially at a younger age. Absolutely, as you get older.
I wonder why that is though, because I've noticed it, just like in like the music scene, I've noticed it. And I never really...
Well, I think as a creative myself, I think what it comes down to is you're just in a room full of other creatives.
Yeah.
And all these creatives, their immediate friend circle isn't any other creatives. So they go to this place to be around people that they're...
like people that get it.
That get it. And be like, yo, you see what I'm going through? Like, you know what it is. Like, I'm by myself out here. Like,
most poets are like the black sheep of their family.
Yes.
So exactly what you're saying.
They're artistic, creative. No one understands them, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, so now it's like you're in a room with people who are like, oh, somebody gets me finally. People understand me. I feel seen. I feel heard.
Yeah, these people appreciate my work more than my family members and my friends would.
Yeah. If they even have family members or friends. Or like, you know, everybody has a different backstory and stuff like that. So it's just like... It's just a lot of grimy stuff, a lot of behind the scenes of what people were doing to get headlines and shows and stuff like that, and just like people taking advantage of, because like there's like a resurgence in like the whole spoken word poetry scene and stuff like that, and people are trying to capitalize off of that and done some pretty foul things to do so, and like screw artists out of, just like in rap, just you know,
just like in rap,
just like in rap, just like in music. It's
so we really
just like
ain't
in
that
comedy, like.
Really not that different, actually, when you think about it.
We are more the same than we are different.
Good thing I stopped performing. I missed out on a lot.
Yeah, you would have been a mess out here.
Yeah, no, I would have.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I wasn't, like, I was into it, but I also listened. I mean, like, I had family that supported me, but at the same time, it was just a hobby in their eyes. Yeah. So it wasn't anything to, like, because they knew, like, yeah, I'm a writer, but I was also, like, on the journalist side, too. So that was where I got to kind of, like, be super creative with journalism. It's, like, MLA types of, like, it has to be, you know, this, that, and the third and shit. So once I got to, like, actually perform, it was cool. But then at the same time, I think it just, their comments were always in the back of my mind. So it was like, you know what, let me not fall down, like, let me not go down this route. And then later on in life, I was just like, man, fuck this. But by that time, I just lost, like, the writing bug, I guess.
Would you, how do you think you would have, how you would have fared if you stayed in it and been in this whole poet community? I feel like you would have been the Suge Knight of the poet community.
Damn straight? Nah, I don't know.
I feel like you would have been, like, slam poetry champion.
No, we need people like Sade. We need people to keep it real. Because another thing that happens is...
Talk about it.
What? Go ahead.
Art is subjective, of course.
Yeah.
But there's some people that get on stage and you could kind of, like, by definition, like, can you really say that was poetry? Like, some people sometimes get on stage and it sounds like a journal entry. And by all means, like I said,
I see what you mean.
If you need an outlet,
I see what you mean.
If you need an outlet to express yourself, by all means, I'm not saying, like, I'm not trying to get you to shy away from it. But the thing I hate is when everybody, like, hypes it up and be like, oh my God, that was amazing. That was the most magnificent thing I've ever heard. I'm like,
no, it wasn't.
It really wasn't.
Well,
like, you can like it, and I'm not saying you can't like it.
I've been at shows.
Like,
yeah. One time I was in New Eurekan where this guy went up, and we're just thinking, like, oh man, he was like, I think we were in high school, so I'm trying to think, like, we were just amazed by just the environment. It was our first time in New Eurekan. This guy walks up, has a fucking fedora, this crazy looking mustache, like in his like 40s, 50s. We're like, oh, he's gonna fucking kill it. He has a book with him. He opens it, and he's just going, and we're so into it. But I'm like, oh, it's not really poetry. He's just telling a story. And then he flips, and then he flips again, and he flips. 5 minutes later, it was more than 5 minutes. It felt like an hour, but I don't know. I lost track of time. Like my one friend fell asleep. Like this man read, I guess, a journal entry. That's what it came across as. It was kind of like metaphors, and there was some symbolism in there.
It was like free form.
It was very free form, and it was nonstop. There was no break in it. Like when it's like, there's a stanza here, no, there was no break whatsoever, and it just kept going. And I'm just thinking, Jesus Christ, it was supposed to be, I was supposed to perform, and one other person in our group, he got to perform, and then we're in high school, we had to take the bus back to Jersey, so we're like, all right, we're out. Like, as soon as we're about to leave, they call his name, so like, all right, bet. They called his name, we're waiting, he goes up, in, out, and then we all get up. So they made a joke like, oh, did the school bell go off? Like, they said some crazy.
I remember you told me that.
The MC said some crazy shit, and everybody just laughed because we're on like 17. They were like 16, 17. Everybody's just laughing. We're like, peace out. Last bus leaves at 1, and it was like 12:15. We gotta hop on the fucking train just to get to
Yeah. Oh,
that shit
that's
was
cutting it close.
Oh yeah, we cut it real close. We had. The last bus was like, I think we just caught it. Like we got there 2 minutes, like it was a little late. We got there like 2 minutes before it. 5 minutes later it came. We were running. One of the girls, it was only 2 girls. It was me and this other girl and a bunch of guys. One girl, the flip-flop came off. Like
while she was running?
Flew off, and she fell down. I was like, bye, bitch. And I'm just running. That shit was great. Mind you, we're all high as fuck. We're all one of the guys, because we got chicken and rice. One of the guys fucking drops chicken and rice. He was like, my food.
All bets are off.
Everyone's like, just leave it.
All bets are off when you gotta make that bus. Fuck that shit.
Mind you, there's like, I mean, it's 33rd, so there's mad homeless people. So we're like, all right, it'll just go to one of them. Like, it's cool. Like, your food's not going to waste. I'll tell you that. It's not. That shit was great, though, that night. It was my first night in New Eurekan. I never got to perform there. I really wish I did.
No, I didn't. I performed at New Eurekan. Not poetry, though. Hip-hop. Hip-hop night. Yeah, it was fun times. Now, I wanted to bring back, because I mentioned it before. Can you just break down the slam poetry? Because I know we talked about it before.
Oh, yeah.
But I wanted to get, like, your take on it. And if you've seen it, if you ever, like, wanted to get involved in it, like, what is slam poetry exactly?
Slam poetry, to my understanding, I don't do slam poetry. And to everybody that does slam poetry, I applaud y'all. I like watching y'all perform. I just could never do it because, like, I never, like, the concept of it is basically you, depending on, there's different rules and stipulations and stuff like that, but, like, essentially it's basically like a competition base where you have to, there's usually multiple rounds. Each round is a certain amount of minutes, so, like, round 1 might be, like, 2 minutes. you have to do a piece in 2 minutes. Now, if you say your piece is like 2 minutes and you do like 2 minutes and 30 seconds, you start losing points. Things like that. You have to have your pieces memorized. Of
course.
Sometimes there might be certain topics that you have to focus on and stuff like that. And each round is like different and stuff like that. But essentially, it's graded. And then at the end, usually there's a winner. Usually it's a cash prize or something of that sort. And basically just like mad aggressively talking about something.
Are they talking about each other?
No, they're not talking about each other. It's not like it's not like battle rap, but like you just like give your most descriptive personal pieces, or it doesn't have to be personal per se, but like you can do perspectives and stuff like that. It just has to be like really good and like really, I guess, entertaining and like first reaction worthy, which is something like to me was one of the things I never wanted to take from it, because like first reaction, like of course that's great, but it's just like I didn't write this just for y'all to like judge it off the first time. Like,
right.
You gotta go back and read it and stuff like that. And like I said, I know there's probably somebody in the poetry community that's like, oh no, that's not what poetry is. Like, slam community is gonna tell me like, oh, that's not what slam's about at all. And I'm sure like there's somebody that could definitely come on here and explain it a lot better, since I don't do it. But I'm just explaining my perspective of it.
Yeah, exactly. Because I don't know shit about it.
I don't want no backlash from the people that do slam. You know, like.
Yeah, I never got into slam. I've always wanted to go to one, but I've never, I think.
Yeah, you made it sound like like they straight up battle each other, like it's a URL.
Well, no, it's
no, because
kind of the same. It's just the competition wise.
It's mad intense, because it's just like I had told y'all the story off air about like, again, at the Nuyorican, about how this dude came on here. He was half black and half white. And his mom was white, and she was a racist, and he incorporated a poem about their relationship, their toxic relationship, about how his mother...
He logicked it. Yeah.
Not even, because, like...
who's the other one? No, I don't think his mom... I think his mom likes
what? Eminem?
No, Jordan Lucas.
Jordan Lucas, okay.
He Lucased it, or he logicked it. One of those.
The Logic is the more popular biracial.
No, I mean,
talks
Lucas
about his mom.
Yeah, no, I feel like Logic definitely has a bad relationship with his mom. Yeah, but continue. Sorry.
No worries. So like, so he just getting on stage, just talking about, and I was with shout out my friend Angel. It's like my first time he's ever came out to a poetry event. So like he has no idea what he's about to get into, like what it's about, and like this dude gets on stage and is literally talking about his relationship with his racist mother, and he just starts reenacting like all the things that she would say to him, basically saying like, oh, you're a nigger, I never loved you because you're a nigger, like just kept saying the N-word like throughout the whole piece, and it was like 3 minutes long, but it felt like an hour. And it's just like one of those things where it's just like, I don't know, like, should I leave?
It's not a poem at this point.
Stop this? Like, it wasn't.
It was like cry for help.
Like, I don't even know if it, like, he had metaphors and stuff like that in there, but it was just like, you looked past all of that because of like just how like he like was like crying throughout it. It was just a lot.
Each N-word pierced like a dagger through my soul. Something like that.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
so it's just like
that.
So it's just stuff like that.
It's
just
very
like
cringeworthy. Yeah.
And then it's just like sometimes the judges too, depending on who's the judges, might play. You know, they try to have unbiased judges.
Yeah. What are these parameters that they're judging on?
So it's just like. Yeah, that's the thing too, is like I feel like it varies, and it's just like sometimes you'll be like, well, why did you give this person like a 10 but you only gave this person like an 8? But like, see, I mean, everybody judges differently. I feel like
if they had a style that was reminiscent to their own, they might score higher.
I was just like, I mean, but like the person you gave an 8 came with like a very original piece, and like from a different perspective, and like rhymed words that you would never even thought to rhyme, where this person went with like a more hot topic type of thing and kind of went baseline with it, didn't like flip it with any type of metaphors or like similes. But since it's like a hot topic and we all hate Trump right now, he's gonna get more points because the judges are all, oh yeah, I hate Trump too.
Yeah, throwing a fuck Trump in there and you get some points.
Yeah, so it's just like
getting the reaction too.
And then that's also the thing too. It's just like how the crowd reacts too is kind of helps with the bias and stuff like that. So yeah,
the more
like I said, I love watching it. Like people are mad creative and I get inspired from watching it. I will never be a part of it though.
So you're not the competition thing. Yeah, I don't think that's.
I I had what was it, like senior year? Rudy Francisco.
Okay.
I went through a phase. And I mean, he's still one of my top poets. Like, I have the tattoo on my arm is one of his lines. And then what I have on my shoulders is also, I don't think it's the same piece. I think it's another piece. 'Cause I would always like watch the videos when he did slam poetry. I was so pissed because I had reached out to him. I DM'd him one day, not thinking he would respond, but then he did, and then he made it to Rutgers, but it was too late for me to get off work. So I was really contemplating. I'm in my dorm room, like, do I just get fired and go right now? I was like, fuck it. So like I ended up not going because I really needed the money. So I ended up going to work, but I was so sad that day. I missed him. This is one time in Jersey that I knew. And I think he made it to like New Eureka one time, but it was like last fucking minute I found out.
Where's he at now?
No idea. Oh, he's based in Cali.
Yeah.
Gotcha,
San Francisco.
I took a workshop from him. He's real cool.
Yeah.
I learned a lot.
I've
I
always
had like a 4-day workshop with him. He's super,
I think I know which one. Yeah.
Yeah, the awful good writers.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's super cool.
Yeah, he seems cool. Like we had talked. Like when he actually hit me up, I was like, holy shit.
So how's that go with the workshops? What exactly do you do?
Mhm.
It depends on what you decide to take. So like his was kind of like very all around like beginner, like this is what you can do. This is how you form a metaphor. This is how you form a simile. This is how you can start doing shows around your area. Like very like if you wanted to make this into a career.
Yeah.
Like
nice.
his was like this is what you can do, and like this is how you can get placements, and this is what you can do to get a book, and like stuff.
Oh, he's
like
putting
that.
you on game.
Like
All
it's
right.
like all around.
Yeah.
Like these
Yeah.
are the different
A
avenues.
masterclass kind of
So it's
thing.
like like parts of it were like teaching you how to write better, and then parts of it were like, all right, so now if you're a little bit more experienced, this is where start going to shows, start submitting your work to different articles and magazines and stuff like that. So it's like you can take classes on anything. Like I took some on just branding. I've taken some on I wanted to incorporate more political stuff into my pieces, so I took one where the main focus was incorporating how you can do be more political in your poems without
Overdoing
being
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
without being unbearable. So yeah, you can find a workshop basically on any
part of
type
the
of
poet
thing
game.
if somebody's offering it, and usually it's a well-established poet that's an expert in that realm of what they're teaching most of the time. But yeah.
Now, what makes a good poet? Like, who's the Jay-Z of the poet game? Who's the Kendricks? Who's the Drakes? Like, what makes these guys stick out from all the other poets?
To me, I mean, honestly, I'm gonna keep it honest with you. Like, I don't really follow a lot of poets. I follow a lot of rappers.
I like that honest answer. I like that shit.
To me, rappers are poets. Like,
Yes.
rap
Yeah, it's the
is
same shit.
rhythm and poetry.
Shit.
Poetry to a beat.
Absolutely, man. I
Spoken
started
word
out
for
writing
masses.
poetry.
So yeah, like, I guess to answer your question, I would say like what makes a good poet or like a great poet to me is stage performance,
True.
stage presence,
True.
originality. I mean, it's the same shit with
I was about to
rappers.
say, I'm
with
like,
rappers.
that
It's
sounds
Rappers. Yeah, it
really
doesn't-
like yeah.
Yeah, we are more similar than different.
I guess, and it's just like too, because it's just like it's the same thing with flows too, because
Yeah,
you can
true.
get
Yeah,
on
poets
the
got to flow.
stage and do your piece like this, and
I don't
suddenly-
understand why they always have to talk like
It's like William
this and
Shatner.
enunciate certain words.
It's like
And it's
William
just like-
Shatner.
It's not like William Shatner.
There's only there are a couple times where I have done that, but it was in my like Rudy Francisco phase where all I did was watch him and study him, and I would do like the pauses, because then I realized like, okay, well you're really doing the pauses, for like their reaction, but you definitely need it for slam poetry because you have to get their reaction.
Yeah.
So I kind of tweaked it here and there, like as I continued performing after that. But the difference in talk, like I'll do it sometimes, not the entire piece.
Me too.
though.
Me too.
If it's something
it's kind
like
of inescapable, honestly.
It
Which is like
is.
one of the things I want to work on with my performance is just like trying to get the new poetry flow, like try to figure out.
I've
how to
caught
do
the
flow
it.
melody
is
in your
always,
flow
yeah.
when you say certain words. I've caught that. I've peeped that, and I
Mhm.
realize it now. I kind of take that into account when I listen to other poets,
Yeah.
because it's just like with rappers, they have a certain flow and a way they go over their lines. Same thing with poets too. So I'm just catching on to that. It's pretty cool.
How do
You see
you feel about writing to a beat? Since you did Really Real.
I like writing. I usually write to music, so it's never been an issue with me. Like a lot of people, like I'll take workshops.
Yeah.
I'll take workshops, like the group workshops, and like the teacher will be like, okay, I'm gonna play some music, and some people will be like, no, please, no, silence. And it's just like,
no, see, I can write. I can write to music, but writing to music, like not write to music, but writing while music is playing. Picking 2 of Ace's beats and writing to that was the first time ever.
Yeah, that was definitely new for you. Yeah.
Oh my god, that was not fun at all.
Really?
I mean, it was fun afterward, but I think in the beginning I gave myself like such anxiety. One piece was old that had a restructure, and I had to like rewrite and everything. The other one was from scratch, and I was like,
and that was tough for you.
Holy shit, what am I doing?
It's a whole different thing. But I think because with you too, like we have a love for Alchemist.
Yeah.
For his beats.
Yeah.
So 200 Pies, which I have not gotten that beat out of my head. I haven't forgotten. I feel like it's easier for a poet to write when there's no drums on the beat. I feel like that's
1000%.
Right. You just got that soundscape. It's just, and you can just think of anything right there. There's no like limit. There's no bar count. You just go in. I think it's those beats. There's Alchemist and who else that does pretty good beats with like no drums. Derringer, the Griselda dudes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like it's that type of shit that you can really get it off, and that's kind of what Really Real was, in a sense. Yeah, it was just a nice fucking loop, and you were able to get your shit off, man.
Yeah. Shout out to Villa because that was like
Shout out to
all.
Villa.
That was all.
Killed that motherfucker.
He was holding off that beat for himself.
Oh,
so
glad he put you on that.
yeah. So like a quick backstory on that was Saint had hit me up for season STTP season, which was like a group collaboration of all like local Jersey artists from all the open mics that we do together, and like he wanted to meet. There was a part 1 and there was a part 2. So part 1 they already had figured out who they wanted and how they wanted to structure, but they said that they wanted me definitely for like part 2. Yeah. So they told me the concept of what they wanted, and as soon as they told me the concept, pen to pad, instantly. I went there like 2 days later because they wanted to record. I didn't have it finished. I had maybe 6 or 8 more bars to write, and like they're playing like all the other stuff that's gonna be on it and stuff like that. Villa comes in, records like 4 fucking verses. Like he did the freaking late night joint. He did like all these different like all the songs that were on part 2. He just knocked out, and I was just like, wow, I was real impressed. So then like I was just getting inspired and stuff like that, and like. Finally figured out what I wanted to write, so I was just like, yo, I think I got it. Just like, all right, yeah, so like let's hear it and da. So I started like saying all the stuff like that, and then like Village, you just see him just like just vibing now.
I have the
and
beat stuck in my head now.
Yeah, it's great.
Like you just see something in his head is like starting to churn and stuff like that, and he's just like
he's such a like a fire writer.
Yeah, so he went to the computer and pulled up the beat. He's just like, yo, just keep saying what you're saying with this playing in the background.
Yeah,
and then I was just like, all right. So I just kept saying it, and then like.
And that's how it came about.
That's pretty much how it came about. And then he told me the whole origin story of like how he was holding on that beat for something like one of his projects and stuff like that. And like so many other people from STTP wanted to use that beat and stuff like that. And I was just like, oh shit, like you want to use it?
Nah, dude, that song is one of the best fucking songs I've heard as just like a local dude from anybody, right? Like there's just so much power behind that song. Like the way that you started off, the way that Villa comes in on the beat. Everything was fucking miraculous.
So smooth, yeah.
Yeah, so fucking smooth. And every time I play that shit, I get back in that vibe, and I just think back of like when we first all met each other and started hanging out at the greenhouse, all the shows we'd go to together. Like that's what that song reminds me of. Like that's that time. Everything was just really real.
It seems so long ago too.
Yeah.
Like I was talking about it with them. I'm like, damn. Like I remember when
it's like the genesis of all this shit.
Kept inviting me, and I was just like, no, I'm just gonna go home. No, I'm good. And then I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna work tomorrow. I was like, bet. First day in the greenhouse. And I'm like, all right, I can fuck with them. All right, cool.
And there was that one song that all of us as MCs, we was like, damn, I wish I was on that.
Which one?
That song.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because all of us in the room, all the MCs in that room just were
as
like,
soon as that,
chomping at the bit, saliva, just like fucking hungry ass dogs. Like, yo, I want a piece of that.
Yeah, because it was funny too, because that day was the first time I also met Ron and Ace. 'Cause they also came by. And then that's when they did Cartier. I think it's Cartier Waters.
Yes.
They did that song.
Waters,
They did that song like that day. Like Ace had the beat already, and then they all just like
Fire.
They went in.
Saint was just shooting out concepts, and everybody was just like, you know, had verses already written or wrote verses and stuff like that. So they came up with that, and then they they knocked that out same day basically, and then like they played the Really Real for them, and like. They were like blown away, like off of and that's like first impression type of thing too, because like I just met these guys and it was just like we were both impressed, like how quickly we were like just able to knock stuff out and stuff like that. So shout out to them, shout out to SCCP, shout out to everybody.
That's double, man, for real, man.
Thank you for the opportunity. This is how I'm here now.
Yes, man. Yeah, no, for real. Like this really, and that was the genesis of all this shit. Like it really was. It was a whole network, whole community that we built amongst each other. And we pretty much have had everybody here, right? Like pretty much almost.
Just about. There's some people that. Oh wait, no. I was thinking about Ace. No, we've had.
No, Ace. We did. Yeah, we've had Ace. We've had Saint. We've had Trip.
We haven't had Ron.
We have not had Ron. Did we have him on the Zoom?
Yes, we did actually.
We did. All right, but I guess he's left for like a live episode.
Yeah, he's still. Zoom doesn't count.
Yeah, Zoom don't count. Nah. Guess what? But pretty much we've pretty much had almost everybody on this pod. So it's been a great fucking time. Damn, man, that's wild. When you think about it, like everything just coming kind of full circle. Now we're here. All the other people we've met, the people that we're like introducing our guests to. Yeah. Because now it's like, sky's the limit, really. Yeah. We can do so much with this stuff, and like we've proven and we've shown people like, yo, this is the magic that you can make when you have a nice like tight knit community of people.
Yeah, it's like a real life like reality show, because it's like some characters leave, some characters get.
Oh yeah, we're definitely on the next season.
What will happen next?
We're definitely into the next season.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
There's always those characters that come in and don't last long.
Yeah, so it's just like
that happens all the time.
Yeah, it's filler characters. People move, people separate, whatever the reason may be.
Yeah,
so it's
new relationships happen. People break up.
I never realized that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's like a TV show. Yeah.
Bro, we're a fucking reality show.
Yeah.
We have that. Who's it?
It used to be called The Greenhouse.
Remember
like
Family
House,
Matters?
Greenhouse.
Remember Family Matters with Judy when she just went upstairs and never came back? I think we definitely have one of those. Somebody just showed up one day and never came back. Yeah, just went upstairs and went to a room.
No. Sorry,
that's a lot of people.
I'm gonna say it off air.
I bet you would say it off air.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it off air. No, because I'm not trying to trigger anybody.
So fair enough. You know what? Let's make a break right now off of that.
Break.
That's perfect. It's podcast stuff anyway. And we're back! Episode 94. Sorry, Christ. I didn't mean, I kind of meant it, but not really. I was excited. We're back, episode 94. We got Johnson Soldout in the building with us. We're here in Clifton, New Jersey. We are Jersey Studios. And one of the big topics that went in, I'm so fucking happy because I've been waiting for something like this. Finally, a rap beef that actually has great rappers in it. It's been a while, but it looks like it's happening, yo. Royce the 5'9", who apparently is Royce 5'9" now. He dropped the DA from his name. I don't know if that's true. Just Royce 5'9", which sounds weird to me.
Royce 5'9"?
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Where'd you see that?
It was said on a podcast, on Joe Budden's podcast this past weekend. They said they were debating about it for like 10 seconds. Like, I think he took the DA off. He's like, just Royce.
I've seen it in some cases where they just have 5'9" instead of the.
That's weird.
I've seen it in some cases, like in blogs and shit, but I always figured it was a typo, or they just try to be quick about it and don't want to write too far. I mean, technically, it's 3 characters, it's space. Well, 4. The space. Never mind.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. Yeah. But yeah, and so Royce, the 5'9", however you want to say it, and Lupe Fiasco. Now, if you know anything about these guys nowadays, they actually have a podcast together, the Royce and Lupe show, the Lupe and Royce show. They went 45 episodes, and as of last week, Lupe went on IG Live and told his followers that he is no longer doing the podcast with Royce anymore. Oh, really? Yeah. Actually, episode 45 was the last episode. It was pre-recorded, like you told me, before the incident that we're about to play happened. So if you've been paying attention to the interwebs and IG and stuff and following these guys for the past few weeks or the month or so, you've seen Royce just post a bunch of his verses. You see Mickey Fax post a bunch of his verses. You've seen Ransom. You've seen RJ Payne. You've seen Lupe just post their work. And it all started with a couple of IG lives of just rappers talking their shit. Who's better? Who's the best? I'm better. No, you're not. I'm better. Blah, 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 so on and so forth.
No, it actually started with...
Oh, good. Correct me, please.
I don't mean like...
Please do.
Like,
I'm just going off. Go ahead.
That, like, added more fuel to the fire, the whole Instagram lives, but it ended up... I think it was either RJ Payne or Ransom had tweeted, like, me and Ransom or me and RJ Payne are the best rappers ever, and then Royce was like... I know y'all didn't say that. I'm paraphrasing, but I know y'all didn't say that after I just dropped all this heat and fire and stuff like that.
So Royce started that shit.
Yeah, essentially it was Royce.
Royce started that shit. Okay.
Yeah, because they talk about there's like too many Instagram videos of them like rubbing each other's dicks off about like who's the better rapper. Yeah. But like there's one where he's just like Ransom is like, oh man, like I didn't even know like that tweet was gonna bother you like that. Like that's crazy and stuff. And I'm just like, can y'all just stop?
That's a good point, and I want to leave it at that because we're going to play this video. Hold on to that point, actually, because Johnson and I had a great conversation about this while you were out, and we're going to get back into it. But first, I want to play.
Yeah, I was Vin Dieseling it on my way back.
Yeah, I bet you were.
Know about family.
Damn it, you stole my line.
Sorry, like everybody's been
I
saying
thought
that shit.
on the way in.
Did you?
I was
As you rushed in looking like fucking Kramer?
I got to be here for my family.
We are a family. All right, ready? The fuck?
Wow. Okay.
Lou in, bring Lou in.
Let's get into it.
Bring Lou in.
So right now we got Young
where's he at?
Facts and Royce.
I'm trying to find him.
And Lupe is about to join this IG live.
It's my brother, man.
Where you at, Lou? Hold on.
This was
So he can
probably
come
a
here
2 hour
and
long
fucking
IG live, and they compressed it. The most important 3 minutes.
Do more talking than rapping.
Listen, man.
Here we go. Put a shirt on. Put a shirt on. Put a shirt on first.
Chest naked
Lupe
in my
shirts.
room. Why in the
to put a
fuck?
shirt on.
I ain't put on shit. Why in the fuck?
Mickey's got his kids and his wife.
The
There's
niggas
so much
bringing
grain
this
there.
up.
There's not that much grain.
Luke.
It's a little salt and pepper.
Put a shirt on, bro. You ain't got no damn hit on your chest, bro.
Chill out, Tyler. I'm not putting on shit.
He said,
Okay, this is all I need to know. Lupe, this is all I need to know. You, Royce, URL, what's up?
I don't fuck with URL like that. I don't.
Okay, you
Oh, wait,
Royce.
wait, Guru. Wait. I don't want to do URL.
Okay. It's
Beasley,
other leagues.
listen.
Other leagues. I was going to bring up the other leagues.
Beasley, for some reason, feels that I have like a bone to pick with URL, right? So he keep backdooring, throwing numbers, and he'll throw shit to Mickey. And I'm like, look, man, I'm not really interested in the URL shit. I'm not really interested in battling Royce, right? But don't get it fucked up. That don't mean I won't cook niggas if niggas keep pushing buttons.
I ain't pushing your buttons.
We pushing the buttons.
Lux and them called you.
I don't want to do that shit personally. But if you want to make a professional fool of your motherfucking self running up against a demon, go ahead. Fuck you.
Who you talking to, man?
Ain't rap yet.
This is where it starts.
Y'all ain't yet. None of them niggas rap.
Lou, listen. Before you say something stupid, Mook and them called you.
Say something stupid.
I ain't bringing this up. Mook and them called you.
Lux called me. Not
What the
Mook.
fuck you think I'm lying to you? What the fuck I gotta lie for, dog?
Nigga, Lux just called me.
Well, get in the motherfucking ring then, bitch. If you got a motherfucking problem, who you think you fucking talking to, nigga?
All right, nigga.
You playing too much.
Okay. Start
Take some of
practicing.
that motherfucking bass out your voice, nigga.
Start practicing, nigga.
It ain't nothing to practice about.
Yeah, nigga, start practicing. Fuck what you talking about.
It ain't nothing to practice about. If you can't rap unless you get personal.
Did he hang up?
He hung up.
They ain't gonna fucking feel away toward me like I'm the one who I ain't fucking bring it up, nigga. They brought it up to you.
I brought it up. 30 days from now, what's up? If he don't want to do it on URL, it's other leagues we could do it in. What's going on? It's a lot of other leagues giving out this bag. What's up?
Why y'all made my man hang up like that for, man?
Because I'm straight to the point.
Lou and his motherfucking sensitive, fake, tough ass shit. We gonna see each other in person. So we can really talk and we can really both live in the center of our truth. You know what I mean? I'm tired of niggas acting like motherfucking pseudo tough niggas.
Hey, we just want to
motherfuckers don't fucking talk to me like that, nigga. I'll break your fucking neck.
For they flowers. That's what we here to do.
I ain't never hear nothing but give his bitch ass his flowers. Come in yelling at me. What the fuck?
Yo, Lux want to come back up. Lux want to come back up.
All right, let's see. Okay. Very interesting. I played this for Johnson before when you left, and we had a quick conversation about it. But
Do
Sade,
tell.
since you weren't in the room and this is your first time seeing it, just want you to react to that. How do you feel about what you just saw? Yes, react. What do you think? Talk about it. Now, again, that was Young Gurus live.
Yeah.
Had Mickey Fax in the room and Royce, and then Lupe came on last and then left the call.
He is so sensitive. I mean,
Lupe?
I feel like we've
Okay.
known that for years, but it is always funny when he does that. Well, Royce, the pseudo tough
guy?
guy shit. Yeah, it is always funny when he does it because I mean, Lupe fans know he's sensitive, so him getting off the call, like, I didn't think it was gonna escalate past that. I was a little like, oh, like, what's gonna happen? But knowing also, he's just gonna log off. That's it. Like,
He did tell him to start practicing, though.
yeah, because Royce doesn't back away from anything.
Right.
Where Lupe, yeah, I just think he's a little too sensitive for that. So I think that's why, I don't know. I thought it was a joke. Honestly, when they first started their shit, I read somewhere that it was all a joke, that it was between Lupe and somebody else, I don't remember. And then then Royce jumped in because they were still doing the podcast, and I haven't caught up with them with the podcast in a while. So I'm just thinking, oh, they're still dropping. I'm still getting alerts for new episodes. This makes sense if it's a joke. All right, well, I'll catch up with it. And, yeah, no, it was not a joke. I feel like Royce probably said something that hurt his feelings other than that. And then, yeah.
It's definitely some behind the scenes.
But I didn't know about
animosity.
Mook getting into it.
Well, they were just calling him just to try to offer the battle, basically, just to try to set it up. They were just trying to be the middleman, from what it seems like to me. And
So
then Young Guru was trying to do that as well.
To be between Lupe and Mook?
And Royce. Like,
Oh,
Lux
okay.
and Mook.
Yeah.
Well, Royce is saying that Mook called Lupe. Lupe was trying to say, no, he didn't. Lux called me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's for some reason or another, because everybody else is talking, Lupe has to raise his voice.
Yeah.
Royce took it like, why are you raising your voice at me?
Mm-hmm.
Came back with the bitch comment. And that will set off anybody. We were talking about that before. Don't be cool with me. And then on IG Live, call me a bitch in front of thousands of people, especially the way he said it. The delivery in that tone.
Yeah.
Very menacing.
But I feel like Royce is probably over the shit.
Over, like, he doesn't want to do this anymore? Or,
yeah,
like,
in that sense, no, I think he's over the shit of, like, Lupe just seems like to be somebody that you have to walk, like, eggshells around or sugarcoat, in a sense. So I feel like Royce might just be over that, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
I can see that.
I can see it.
But I also think Royce is just Royce, and he calls about anybody a bitch.
That too. I can see that. And I was telling Johnson before, like, I was under the impression that Royce had changed his ways. He become a lot more, civil, a lot more chilled out. And then this kind of like broke that perspective that I had for him, because he just seems like, all right, he's back to the MC shit. Like, I'm gonna rip your head off. Don't nobody say that I'm not as nice as you think I am, type of shit. But what else is gonna happen when you're in a room full of fucking MCs of this caliber? Add in RJ Payne, add in Ransom. Of course, everybody's gonna say they're the fucking best, or they feel that they're the fucking best. So how are you gonna get mad at him for saying that shit, especially on Twitter? Yo, I think what is it, Ransom or whatever RJ Payne said it.
It was one of those two. I forget which one.
And then Royce is gonna step in real quick, and then like you said, Ransom saying, "Yo, I didn't know that tweet bothered you that much." But yeah, some guys take this shit way too seriously. I think that's where it gets fucked up. I think as a rapper, you're supposed to say, I'm the best MC, or I feel like I'm the best.
Yeah, and I don't know why other people would be bothered by that.
Why would you be
That's
bothered?
the whole point of it.
So if I tag Royce, be like, I'm the fucking best MC, Royce is going to step in and say no?
And then Soulja Boy comes in.
And
I was the first
I was the first one to say I'm the best.
Drake.
Yeah, Drake. Royce. Yeah, man, I think it's fucking bullshit. The craziest part about this was, I don't know if you guys know this, but
Sorry.
Royce and Lupe have never officially been in the same room together.
They're still doing Zoom?
They're still doing Zoom. They've been doing Zoom.
Well,
Royce is holed up in Heaven Studios in Detroit. Lupe don't go outside.
Yeah, he's like real like anti like Corona like
Yeah.
wear your mask, wash your hands.
He's very
Well,
very
both of them
big
are,
on.
or no?
I don't know
Lupe,
about Royce.
Lupe more than anything. He's
Lupe-
still pushing like the vaccine is a safe thing to do. You should be vaccinated. I'm not going out.
And Royce is against the vaccine.
I don't know if he's against it, but
No,
Royce
he's-
isn't as.
He's against.
I feel like
Okay.
Royce is more. Wait, Royce is against it.
Yeah.
Well, I remember the last episode I heard, or second to last, whatever. It was when they started talking about the vaccine, and Lupe is like made a comment, nah, people are gonna have to be vaccinated if they come to my show, and Royce kind of was talking about like, no, and starts talking about, you know, when he got his son vaxxed, what happened to his son when he was a baby, and like all this and that, like got into it deeper and was just like, no, I'm not doing it. So I mean, things have changed. I know a lot of people, the entire JBP crew, were so against it, and now they're all vaxxed. So I know there's a shit ton of people out there that are so against it and then got vaxxed. So it could be that with Royce, but he talked about his kid getting it, and not the same vaccine, but just a vaccine, and just I don't know. I don't think it sounded like he was against it. Well, not against it, but just not, you know, for it.
That's crazy. I mean, yeah, that's why I was like, it was weird that their podcast was always like, because I've always wanted to do podcasts with my friends, but they live in different states, and I was just kind of like, I mean, like, I feel like the chemistry would be so much better if we can all be in the same room.
Absolutely.
Obviously, technology gives you the advantage, especially, you know, during the peak of COVID. It gives you the advantage, like, since we're not allowed to be outside. So
we've done the Zooms, and it's very hard to just keep that, like, natural pace.
Yeah.
Especially if there's, like, delay issues and stuff. And, like, I say something, I can hear it off of her headphones before she hears it. It's weird shit like that. It always kills the vibe.
Or, like, I think one of our Wi-Fi is kicked, or no, it was just like there was lag, so one of us froze, and we're just talking to the other person like, oh shit, you're frozen.
Shit.
Can't see you. Oh okay, wait,
then
you moved.
I fuck with her. I just
wait.
stay still and not do anything.
Oh no, that was that one guy. Yeah.
I would do that to her, just to fuck with her.
No, because I was just talking. I think it was probably one of my long stories, and I looked up and I'm like, did you freeze? Oh, okay.
Yeah, but not long story. But not to get off topic, but I think basically what I'm seeing here, knowing that these guys have not met yet, and knowing that you're seeing that there's differences of opinions in little things such as, or big, however you consider it, like vaccinations. Yeah. I'm seeing this as a situation where two MCs got together, set up a podcast, or just set up some type of partnership together, not really knowing each other, only knowing their pedigree. Yo, you're a dope rapper. I'm a dope rapper. We should probably work together. But in doing so, and in something that's even more personal, more intimate than just making a song or an album together, you're getting to like know the person week in and week out, and you're getting to see their perspectives, their views on things, and you're finally saying, you know what? If me and him were hanging out, probably wouldn't be friends. I can see this guy. I don't really like his values. I don't really fuck with his shit, but he's a dope rapper, and it kind of makes sense. But I think that's what happened here. I think Royce and Lupe finally got to see who each other are as a person and their views and opinions on stuff, and just are saying like, okay, you're not for me, I'm not for you, this probably isn't going to work out. And the only reason that podcast lasted as long as it did was because they have a middleman that's making it work, which I think his name is Mark.
I always thought it was kind of,
because just them two
I don't
together,
remember his name.
I don't think it's going to make or Tom, I think it's Tom, I could get it wrong, it's a white dude. Yeah, but I think that's the reason why this kind of imploded. I think that just Royce and Lupe have very, very differing views on the world. Yeah. And I think it just finally imploded, and now you're seeing it here in terms of battling. And
I just feel like they both take their craft serious. I just feel like Royce, there's a bit of room for him to like just nothing bothers him, if that makes sense.
Well, that's what I thought too until this shit came out.
No, because I don't know if you remember when Tory Lanez wasn't canceled. Tory Lanez was talking shit about him on Twitter, and
no, it's different.
And he was like,
"Yeah,
can somebody get this kid before?"
No, not to that extent. No, not to that extent. No. But like, not to that extent. God no. But like, I feel like that shit that was funny. No, I feel like there's a little bit of room with Royce. It almost seems like where it's that kind of I don't care. Or like there's something there. I don't know, compared to Lupe, who I think takes everything very, very, very serious. Yeah. That's what I mean. In comparison to Lupe, like I mean the Tory Lanez thing, that was I think that would trigger him.
I remember when he said to Tory Lanez, I think he's like, yo, if you're looking to get your ass beat, you're doing everything fucking right. Yeah. That was that line. I was like, all right, man.
That was funny,
if you're looking to get your motherfucking ass beat, you're doing it right. Like I never heard it said like that. That shit was hilarious. That must have been some Detroit shit. That was funny as fuck. But I also think this is just straight
I
up
remember
like,
that. Always wanted to use that.
yeah.
I tried to like remember like I'm gonna use that one day when I'm mad.
Yeah, no, if you're
That was
looking to
a
get
good
your
one.
ass beat, you're going about it the right way. That's basically what he said. So I fuck with that. But I was going to say, yeah, I think this is just straight up gangster versus nerd. And just two personalities that just clashed and just ended up not working.
So who y'all got then?
Man, well, it's funny you say that
Royce.
because this past week they both dropped tracks. Royce dropped one first.
Oh, I didn't even hear it. What?
You didn't hear the tracks.
Oh my god.
I was doing a music video. Thank you very much. And working. Sorry.
Should we pause? I feel like we should pause just for listen to these tracks.
Sure.
I mean, it's going to be a 20-minute ride. I ain't going to lie to you.
Jesus.
These niggas went in. Royce is a little longer.
Wait, you didn't hear either of them?
She didn't hear them.
No, I have not. I haven't even answered DMs or
Royce-
text messages.
Oh my God.
So Royce dropped first. He
I've been at
dropped
the
the
bar
track.
and at my computer. That's it.
Royce
That's all
dropped
I've
a
been
track called Lambda,
Okay.
and then Lupe followed afterwards with Steve Jobs, aka SLR 3.5, Super
Mm-hmm.
Lupe rap 3.5.
His SLRs are insane.
Insane. And I could tell just by listening. I don't know if you agree with me, but I think Lupe freestyled that.
Oh yeah, man.
I think
That's
Lupe
why I have so
freestyled
much
because
respect.
Lupe is a master freestyler.
Lupe's really good at freestyling. Yeah.
Royce
he's
has
really good.
admitted that
Yeah.
he cannot freestyle to save his life. He
Really?
has to. Yeah, he's admitted that.
That was one of the points that Lupe
I mean, yeah.
brought up too, in like in those 20 freaking Instagram videos. He's just like, he was just like, Lupe's like, oh yeah, I already know how you can be on your best day with your best beat.
Yeah.
What happens when you unprepared and
well,
like
you sound just like Lupe there. I was-
Yeah.
on your
His
best, on
accent
your
is
best beat.
Chicago
Yeah, that's
good.
Chicago accent.
His
Yeah,
Chicago accent is
that's how you
heavy.
very
sound on your
good.
best beat.
And then like Royce kind of like brushed him off. He's like, man, you sound like a Marine. Like, relax.
Yeah. I can see that's that nerd and that gangster just clashing, and you
I
can
did
tell it was
always-
gonna happen sooner or later.
I did always wonder because I do come across rappers who cannot. Jesus fucking Christ! How do you go from playing a Christmas song to this?
To
Sorry.
this, there's a metal band practicing next door, guys. If you hear that, that's what it is.
Yeah, no, it's not even next door. It's like down the hall, around the corner. Anyway, so damn it, god damn this fucking band. Oh, okay, I remember. I come across rappers who cannot freestyle,
Yeah.
right? And even when they do, or you have the ciphers outside and shit like that, I can tell. Like I'll be like, I've heard that song before. Like you're working off a memory. Or like you could kind of see it in their in their face, like they're kind of meshing two songs in one. Or like if you've heard their music before, and especially since like I had one of the guys that I'm thinking about right now, like he was going to my shows when I first started, like every show for a few months, so I knew pretty much his entire catalog, and my cousin was managing him at the time. So when they were doing their cipher outside, I'm just thinking like everybody else was freestyling for the most part. One person, couldn't really like get it. But how do you guys feel? Because I heard them kind of like trash talking, like what the fuck? Like how do you go to a cipher with written shit in your mind? Like you should just freestyle. How do you guys feel? I mean, you're not a rapper, but poet. About the whole I'm gonna work off memory versus actually freestyle, like so Royce versus Lupe shit.
Me personally as a rapper, I would say freestyle is not my strongest suit. I still do it if I need to, in terms of like if I forget something and I gotta just think of something on the spot, then I'll freestyle. But for the most part, if I'm in a cipher and I'm around people that don't know me or whatever, we're just kicking shit, I'm gonna kick something that I've written before.
Yeah.
Something that'll fit on the beat. Or I'll just kick some new bars that I've been working on, like some new material. So to me, it really doesn't matter. If you go off the top, cool. It's just that for the most part, a lot of people go off the top and they suck. And they just go longer than they should. So I think that's what it comes down to. There's the flip side to that coin. Yeah, if you freestyle, you go off the top, people give you your props, which I think is fucking corny because, yeah, they said something live on the spot. But if it sucks, it sucks.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not giving you any fucking credit. If just because you freestyled, I'm supposed to be impressed by that. Fuck that. Anybody can just freestyle. It's whether it's good or not that matters. So if I got a great written verse that someone's going to hear off another beat and it sounds dope and it meshes well, then I'd rather give that than give some subpar fucking freestyle shit off the top that made no sense.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah. Same thing. Like niggas go on fucking on Flex. They not freestyling. And
no.
if they are, you're like the Juice Worlds or like the Lupes or whoever else that can fucking freestyle. But for the most part, listen to all these classic fucking freestyles. Cassidy, Jay-Z, Beanie Siegel, anybody you can mention, they came up there with a written verse because they picked their beat ahead of time or they knew it was going to be something within that BPM range that Flex was going to give them that they could go off of. And they got something for that.
Yeah, to me it doesn't matter. But
It shouldn't matter.
I've heard people like talking shit and, you know, this and that. I mean, granted, when you go to freestyle, like the battle shit, when you go to freestyle, you shouldn't have a piece of paper with you.
No, you shouldn't.
No. No.
Well, that's definitely not a freestyle.
No, you should at least know your words.
Yeah.
If it's not off the top, it should literally just be off the top of memory.
But freestyle,
technically.
Freestyle has so many definitions, man. Like,
yeah, of course.
when I think about it, kind of like in the Olympics, freestyle swimming. You can go do any fucking stroke you want. You can go regular, you can go breaststroke, you can go backstroke if you want. But it's freestyle. Get to the fucking point and beat your record. Go whatever. That's the goal. Same thing with rap. If you're giving me a freestyle, the style is free. Do any style you want. It could be off the top. It could be written. That's how I consider a freestyle. Now, when you say off the top, that's, to me, is different. That's off the top of your head. But freestyle means I'm giving you a beat. Say whatever the fuck you want. Free.
Yeah.
That's how I view it. Other people obviously have different definitions.
No, I agree.
What are you gonna say, Johnson?
No, I would say, like, in most scenarios, you just, like, if it's an audience, just do the fucking written. Like,
yeah.
If you can't freestyle, like,
don't force it.
Yeah, now if you're if you, like, only the purists care if you're not freestyling. But like if this is like a live show, then just
the purists and the haters.
Yeah.
And me, as I consider myself somewhat of a purist, I'm not mad at anybody that uses a written on a cipher. I'm not mad at that. That's, you've been working on that. You've actually put time in to make these rhymes work.
It's like what is it called? You're testing it out.
Yeah, you're testing it out.
Yeah.
And I don't think anyone other than Supernatural freestyles an album when they go into the studio session. Who the fuck does that? Why would you go in there and record an album of just your freestyles, of just literally off the top?
Well, no.
No, but you see what I'm saying? So, like, these motherfuckers...
There's cases where you change a line or something like that.
But
but you know what? Actually, I kind of just freestyle that bar. I'm going to go with the freestyle bar. Like, I mean, that just happens.
That just happens.
But like a full freestyle, no.
If I'm going into a session, a paid session, and I'm paying for this, I'm going with shit that I've practiced and have, like, said repeatedly to myself in order to get the flow right and my breaths right, so when I'm recording it, it sounds great because I'm eventually going to put this out into the world to be consumed. Why would I want to go in there with no thought whatsoever and just say the first thing that comes to my mind? First of all, I have no structure. I won't have a song. It'll just be a fucking freestyle, or just a long verse. That's not what I want to do. I want to make a fucking song. I want to make a project. So the last thing on my mind is freestyling it. They do, and that's why I mentioned Supernatural. There's people that do it, but are they making a song out of that? Is it going to work? Like, I need to see that. I don't, not just some long ass verse.
You got people, shout out the GOAT Wayne. You got Wayne that, like, I don't know if you know, like, Uproar. Swiss said that Uproar, like, Wayne was just, like, freestyling that. He had to, like the, you know, like the hook part, like, he had to, like, because he kept repeating that while he was freestyling, so Swiss basically, like, cut it up to make it a hook. So it wasn't even like he was trying to make a song. Like, literally, Swiss had to make that, construct it into a song.
You had to construct that, see? So Wayne would have never thought that himself.
Yeah, no.
Exactly. See what I mean?
You know, Wayne's like...
He's an alien.
One of the only people that, like, when you were saying, like... I'm like, when you were saying all that stuff about, like, freestyle and stuff, I'm like, oh, I think Wayne... Like, at first I didn't believe it, but then it's just, like, as I write more and start doing this more, I'm like, no, I think he really do be doing, like...
He probably does.
90% of these songs just... off the top of his head.
His mind's on another level, man. I think that's when you have someone that can dedicate their life 24/7 to that. I think that's where you gain the skill to do that shit. Like me, with all my shit going on, I don't have the time to just sit down and work on a rhyme and then freestyle the shit. Like, I think that takes time and true mastery of your craft.
So would you guys pick, Lupe or
Lupe?
Yeah,
Royce?
no. As far as the track, sorry to go back into that. Hearing both tracks, you should listen to these, I guess, after we're done. I think Lupe took it. Royce had a... Yeah, well...
Here's the thing, right?
Yeah, you go first, I'll go.
I voted Royce prior to knowing these. Like, I mean, hearing these. So go ahead.
We can make a case for both, so you go
Everybody, if you go off what people are saying online, everybody's going to say Royce had the better song. It was well polished, and, like, he hit him with the... triple, quadruple
Syllables,
entendres and like he, you know, like
Classic
all
Royce.
that
I
stuff.
can't wait
But
to
like
hear this, yeah.
he was just, to me, it was just like a lot of repetition. Like he just kept. It was the same thing that we complain about Eminem of just rap. Like, all right, yeah, we know you rap. Like we know you can rap.
They rap
Get to the
same, yeah.
get to the damn point.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
like that song did not need to be as long as it was. Like that's why I appreciate Lupe Fiasco. I mean, it's personal bias because I do like Lupe Fiasco more, but I feel like Lupe Fiasco got to the point. He hit some targets on the head. He switched up the flows. He played around. It sounded more, and it was a freestyle. Like I have to give you credit off of that, just off the fact, like you said.
But
Okay.
and it was good. Not just a
And it was
freestyle
good.
because it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I don't know why what made me, because I am more of a Lupe fan, but I don't know what made me think Royce over Lupe. I think because
Well, here's the thing too. This is what I'm saying. You can make a case for both. So
Yeah,
one of
go
the other arguments they were having was like where to have this battle if they were going to do it. So you mentioned in the video was mentioned URL. Lupe says I don't fuck with URL. So what he was mentioning a few weeks back too, he's like, if you really want to find out who's the better MC, you should go to EO Dub in New York, or they have it all over the world now.
Yeah.
But end of the week, that is a type of arena where you can really prove yourself as like the traditional MC. Like they give you topics, you have to freestyle, you have to show you can go over a beat. They give you different topics, kind of like the slam poetry in a sense. You're giving categories, you're giving topics, kind of games that you got to show. Like, hey, I'm an MC, I can bring up anything at any moment. Lupe says, go there and prove yourself. Matter of fact, there's a guy, Osiris Anthem. He's the top guy. He's won the world title for the past, I don't know how many years. That, to me, is the illest MC in the world. They don't have that at URL. URL, you got to prepare. You got to do all this and that. Lupe don't fuck with that. Royce does. So when you break down the verses, Royce gave a perfectly crafted URL type verse, whereas Lupe gave the freestyled EO Dub type verse.
Okay.
So technically, on a technical aspect, Royce has the better diss song. Kind of like a Takeover versus Ether situation.
yeah.
Like I could enjoy listening to Royce's more because of
that's
the technical
what
aspect.
That's what I originally thought it was until they started talking about Mook and Lux. I was just that, and then I was like, oh, they're talking like rap battle. Like, oh, okay. Like I didn't know it was that. I thought it was like just diss tracks.
Yeah.
Like fun little.
Yeah, they wanted
diss
to make
tracks.
it a URL thing, and
I
that would
was
have been crazy.
Way off. And then they mentioned URL. I was like, wait, what is happening?
Yeah.
As I was watching, I was like, what the fuck? I did not know it went to that extent.
And Lupe's was more
If
of
it
a.
was that way, okay, then yes, I would go with Lupe.
And Lupe's was more like you said, just a more direct attack.
Lupe went for head. Like Royce did a couple of little quick body shots. Lupe went for the
Lupe
head.
haymakers, yeah.
Yeah, Lupe went for the head. He basically said something along the lines of like, "I wish you died instead of Bismarcky."
Yeah.
Damn.
If it wasn't for Premiere, you wouldn't be here. Type of, you know what I'm saying? Like,
He said that, and then said if it wasn't for, like mad people be like, if it wasn't for this nigga and this nigga and this nigga. But he didn't say the names, but you knew who he was talking about.
It's true.
Well, see, but that's how you get the nigga right there.
I mean, yeah, but there's a lot of if it wasn't for a lot of people.
I mean, not many
Even
for
for
Lupe.
Jay-Z.
Yeah, even for Jay-Z. True, but it's the fact that for Royce, I feel like his career has been
There's a
based
lot.
off of that.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of if it wasn't for.
Yeah, Royce, it's a lot of the people that he knows that got him where he is.
Because Royce always been that dude lyrically, but he just never had that chance to put that. Or just maybe didn't have the music at the time to really go out there, but his connections definitely made him more than what he is.
I don't think it was his music. I think it was connection-wise. And maybe even his temperament and how he works with people. Because I've heard shit like that where, I mean, it's not like I'm going to fucking work with him, so it didn't bother me. I'm still going to listen to his music. Then there was the whole drama with Atlanta. The label, was it Atlanta? Atlantic, though. Sorry, my bad. Was it Atlantic, though? It was whatever label he was on. There was issues with the label.
I can't think of Interscope that he was on. I don't remember him being on Atlantic, but I could be wrong.
So then it could be Interscope. No, but it was this whole drama where he had fans, like, protesting them, too. It was this whole thing. Okay. He said he was on strike, wasn't going to drop anything. It was a lot of shit that he was going through. So I feel like it could be a connection thing with him, more so than anything. But Royce, I mean, it's not like he's gotten that far. I feel like people know about Lupe more than they know about Royce.
Possibly. I mean, Royce just got his Grammy nom, so As far as like in the mainstream, now
fuck
he's
the
getting his
Grammys.
notoriety.
I just think not that many people know about Royce. He's very underrated.
Nah, I mean,
where Lupe is not. I don't think.
Now, Lupe's had hits, but I mean, the mainstream, the casual music fan just sees Royce as, oh, that's Eminem's dude.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, that's another why I give more praise to Lupe, because Lupe is way more versatile.
Yeah, yeah, you
think,
see that.
I don't think Royce can make a superstar. I don't think Royce can make
unless M's on it. Because that's what they did. They had that song on the Bad Meets Evil, the one with Bruno Mars.
Yeah, but like.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That lighter
you know
song.
What I'm saying? Like, I don't think he can get with like Wale, because like Lupe Fiasco really was like with like the up and coming rappers of the time. Like he was really like during that blog ever, you know, he was really always praising Cole, Wale, the Cool Kids, Asher Roth, Blue. Like
he was in that class.
Not to say that Royce hasn't done that, but I feel like there's no up and coming artist that like really.
No, I agree. Like I feel like Lupe's been able to just weave in and out, where Royce is kind of stuck in his own era.
Yeah.
He's Slaughterhouse. He's M, and that's it.
He's never been able to get past the lyrical miracle thing. I guess in a sense.
And that's what I'm saying. Like that's not gonna. To me, that's not gonna win him this battle.
It's not gonna cut it.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't know it was a real battle like this. I thought it was just.
I was telling
no
you,
one thought.
man.
No one knew.
You,
Y'all didn't know.
Go on Instagram Live and call a man a bitch and think it's a little fun little ha, and then we just.
I didn't know it was that.
Then we go here and do a podcast like, oh yeah, I called you a bitch last week, but on today's topics, like no.
And we were talking about that before. Like you really like
and
anywhere and any type of like. In any type of scene, you can't just call another man a bitch like that, especially the way he said it. Like, there's a way to call a man a bitch without coming off offensive. Like, man, stop being a bitch.
Yeah.
Like, man, are you like? But even then, that depending on how sensitive the guy is, just hearing the word bitch.
Nah, it's the way he said it.
Is a big no-no. But the way he said it to Lupe, yeah, because you saw Lupe's reaction, like, all right, nigga. Then they both said niggas, like, all right, nigga, start practicing. And that's where it set it off for me. I was like, oh shit, this got real. And then you heard Royce. And then I think 5 hours later, Lupe dropped his, because this was like they dropped like at 3 in the morning.
See, I'm like, you just keep naming more points for Lupe. Like, yo,
yeah, he dropped it like 5 hours afterwards.
He also dropped 5 hours later is just as long as Royce's song.
Yeah, because Royce took his time. You could tell Royce definitely took time, because that's what Royce did. He prepared. He was like fucking Bruce Wayne. He prepared. He wrote his shit and then let it out. Both were horribly mixed because they just put it out real quick, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, man, Lupe definitely held his own. I feel like if there was a round, if this is just round one, Lupe took that shit. I don't know what Royce wants to do. If he's going to come back, he's definitely writing, and we're waiting. And then Lupe's just going to respond another 5 hours later, and it'll be the same shit. I don't know how Royce comes back from this, to be honest with you. I think it should just stop. I really think it should just stop.
Nah, you better get Eminem out.
Yeah, and that's the shit I sold you today. Actually,
yeah.
We can. Do we play that? Well, I can't send that to you. It's just a tweet or it's just an IG post.
So just.
Can I do that?
We could send it so I can put it on YouTube.
Okay, let me see. Because then, if that's the case, then we need to. Because this shit is.
But even then, I mean, like, even if he does do that, like, what's the? I mean, to me, that's another loss. It's like, oh, you had to go get the big homie.
Nah,
right, I gotta get my big bro.
You gotta get big bro. It's like Lupe's making fun of me.
I just sent it to you. So this is a 12-second thing.
Lupe said, "Rap just like you."
Oh my bad, I forgot to airdrop that too.
No, that's fine.
Gang up on Goat, huh? Nerd want gang up on Goat. Nerd no Goat got rapper friend too, huh? Goat got rapper friend too.
These are grown ass men.
It's
like,
funny.
What are we doing?
It's funny because we were talking about how primitive this shit seems, and he's talking like a caveman.
Yeah, he's talking like a caveman. He got kids and all this. Like, yo, bro. My thing is, like, if I'm Royce, yo, I've already.
They must have been that bored. That's how I see it. They're
that's
bored
what
as
I'm
fuck.
saying. Like, yo, if I'm, but like, I don't even call it boredom. It's just like frail ego. It's just like, yo, who cares, yo? I got kids. I've rapped with probably some of the best people you can get on, share a mic with. I've worked with the hottest producers ever.
You solidified.
I'm solidified in the game. Like, the real ones know at the end of the day. Like, the real ones, the other rappers and spitters know who it is.
Ain't shit gotta be explained.
What it is, like.
Exactly.
And at the end of the day, isn't it the fans, isn't it the people who decide who really is the GOAT? yeah, we can all call each other goats and we can all call each other kings, but at the end of the day, it's going to come down to the people who don't make music, who are going to critique and are going to make their judgments and their decisions and make their rankings and shit. That's what it comes down to, if you care about that shit. If not, you're just a dope rapper and you're amongst other dope rappers, and it should just be celebrated and keep it at that. The last thing I want to do when I go into a room full of MCs is try to tell motherfuckers why I feel I'm the best. It just it does no good, because there's always a motherfucker in the room who's going to take that shit to heart and be super sensitive and try to combat you and then take it a step further.
I mean, you did name yourself pro.
Exactly.
I did,
So-
but it's because of the fact that I keep it
Okay.
professional. Yeah, because I keep it professional.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's why.
look at-
That's why. Okay.
Yeah.
Look how
Okay.
you flipped it. Look
Yeah.
at this. Look at
Come
this
back and
clever.
professional.
Look at this clever
Yeah,
MC.
yeah. That's it. That's wordplay, baby. It's metaphors. The professional. That's what it's all. I keep
Yeah,
it
get it
professional.
right.
Get it right, okay? Sometimes procrastinator, but most of the time professional. But yeah, look, that's how it is, man. And I'm sure, like we said before, poets and rappers aren't that far apart. Do you feel like if you're in a room full of poets that type of conversation would come up, which I think is kind of crazy to begin with? I'm a better poet than you. No, I'm better. Nah, my poems are better. Nah, my book was better. Like, do you feel like that could happen? And if it does, like, isn't that just as corny?
It is. It's not to the same extent as like the rappers, but yeah, there's poets I feel like they better. They got better stage performance. They got the better metaphors. They got the better, whatever the case is. I got more headlines, features, and stuff like
I
that.
performed here. You haven't.
My poems have been posted here. I just won this. It's really more in the slam. Like the slam poets are the ones, because it's like, oh, I won the title over here in the Midwest. I won the title
because it's more competition based.
three times running. Like that. That's where
Yeah.
that ego is real heavy. But like if you're like a regular poet, like it's not. It's there.
You there for the love.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what it should be, man.
I'm here for the art.
The art. I was telling you.
Remember that?
Off air,
Remember
yeah.
that part? The art.
Yeah.
Before the algorithms and the cloud and the likes and the follows. Remember when we just all used to do this because it made us feel good?
Yeah, and I think
a
that's
whole lot of people out there. that just-
because I was like that at the beginning when I first started rapping, and I'm like that now. So it was the in between phase where I was just like, nah, I'm gonna just tear niggas' heads off when I'm on the track with them. That's how I felt. I wanted to have the best verse. I wanted to shit on every other rapper. Didn't matter if it was for my album or if I was going to be on their album. I wanted to shit on them. That was the plan. That was the goal. And for the past couple of years, it just isn't the goal anymore. My goal is now, okay, we're on this song together. I want to make sure I get your best verse, and you're going to get my best verse, and we're going to have a hell of a fucking song. It's going to be dope all around. That is the goal every time I work with somebody. I do not care if you have a better verse than me. I don't care if mine's better than you. Matter of fact, if it's on my album and I get your best verse, and I can brag about that. Yo, who got a better guest verse from this nigga than me? That's how I see it. That's why I told Saint when I heard Black Noir, I'm like, this is the one that I'm gonna brag about, because I guarantee, you're not gonna do another fucking guest verse this year that's gonna be as dope as this shit. And so far I've been right. So far I've been fucking right, and I appreciate the hell out of him, and I tell him that every fucking time, so he knows that there's no animosity. Whether he thought that he had a better verse or if I had the better verse, it doesn't matter, because we're in this. This is art. We love each other. We're brothers, and that's what it's about. Good music at the end of the day. I never want to compete with that man. Never want. I know how much of a beast he is and everybody around him. The last thing I want to do with these niggas is compete and start some sort of secret animosity towards each other that leads down to a road of negativity and bullshit.
And
know what I
that's
mean?
how a professional handles that.
Yeah, man. No, it's just it's ugly nowadays, man. And hopefully these motherfuckers can come to an agreement down the line and maybe do something. But
No.
because of the fact that their views are
think
so
so.
different, I don't think it happens.
I think there
anymore.
was underlying issues that obviously we weren't present for, and
Yeah.
it's probably just something that's just been brewing, and this is just the turning point for it, and this is like,
Agreed.
so.
Agreed. Yeah, it's ugly. So, being that you didn't hear the songs, I suggest you do that
No, I'm going
right
to.
away. Yeah.
ASAP.
And is anything else on this? Any other points you want to leave before
No.
we want this one?
No,
All right.
yeah.
You fuck. It's been a while since I just called somebody that without something more like, yeah, Jesus, you fuck.
I do it all the time at work.
You call someone just straight up a fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, you fuck.
I'm an asshole at work, though.
You gotta
Not all the
accentuate the
time.
F when you say that.
Yeah, did you win the strip club shit?
Yeah, did you win this shit?
Well,
I gave you a good word.
No, it's still this week or next week is the last week.
I gotta keep going. I can still go and send you shit. Like
No, it's only once. It's only once a month.
Oh.
Like you could do it off of other was it
Devices?
IP addresses? Yeah.
Yeah, I went in a thesaurus. I was looking for other words that meant like great service. I was looking for shit. I was like,
Yeah, he fucking Johnson. You wrote like a paragraph, right? I think.
Yeah, my job. It's the same. Customer satisfaction. You gotta hit them with like the big like.
I was like, yeah.
Well, you want to talk about service? Sade brought that to the
Yeah,
umpteenth
you
power.
gotta show how Sade went above and beyond the
Above
other.
and beyond.
You know what I'm saying? Like, your average server just would have told you the daily specials, but
No,
Sade took it a step further and explained, like,
I didn't have to tip her $50 to refill the ice.
yeah.
You know? I had to go to the bathroom. It was a scene in there, and luckily she guided me through. She just brought me.
That actually happened.
She opened up the crowd like she was Moses, and
Well,
I was able to make it to the urinal on time.
That didn't happen. There was this whole issue with the fucking bathroom. And I have this like one regular, this family fucking loves me. When they came in the other day and they're like, "Oh, no, I'm not there." Like, "Oh, okay, never mind." And it was just funny.
That's how you know you're good.
And
motherfuckers get sad because you're not there.
Sorry, I had to make sure this is all good. Yeah. So it was funny. Like when they were there one time, and she's like, the mom, one of the moms, right? Because it's two sisters, and they come with their families, and they're cool as shit. But one of the sisters has her husband is Spanish, but she's very, and like she tries to, I guess, because I'll go up to the table. Not that she's trying too hard, but it's like F-bomb, like she's just cursing away. I don't give a fuck.
I like it.
Like she's very, like she tries to, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Because one time she said, you don't gotta fucking worry about us. Like, just go do your job. It's cool.
I like
Oh,
that.
yes.
I like that.
Yes.
Yeah, let you be yourself.
It was the one time that I seen, the one time that she was really pissed off. And it was the bathrooms. And I go to the manager and I say something, and he tried to like rub it up. Like, okay. Because we get complaints where it's like these people are fucking crazy, and I'm looking at him and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I thought, since this is a restaurant and people eat here, that we should also make sure the bathrooms are good. But if that's not in your job description, I apologize. And I walked away, and he's like, no. I'm like, okay.
Condescending tone.
Yeah,
I
I'm
love
really
that
good
shit.
at that.
Yeah, you're good at that.
Yeah,
You did
yeah.
that at the Fredo, same shit.
Yeah. Huh?
What?
What?
Oh, bleep.
Shut up.
I forgot we were recording.
Bleep and blur.
Excuse me, bleep and blur.
Are we still recording, really?
We were recording right there. Yeah, she was telling her story.
Yeah, no, we're recording.
Yeah. Oh, so we're back. All right, man.
We were recording.
We
this
were
whole
recording
time.
this whole time. I don't even know what the fuck I said. Why we're back.
Oh man.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
But Kanye.
But Kanye, yes. So let's move on to Yeezy, Yeezus, Ye, the Louis Vuitton Don.
Back with another demo album.
Back with another demo album.
That's now slated for August, which is like
Yes, man. So Kanye West, man, he put out a quick announcement that Donda was being released.
Yeah.
He was doing a different type of rollout where he was just wearing a mask everywhere. I said last week it looked like he was wearing like a human-sized oven mitt for your head.
Just recently, it looked like he just wearing the stocking cap.
Like a stocking cap. Like
Yeah.
he stole Kim's shit from her dresser drawer and just started wearing that. It looked like one of the fucking
Like it's her new line.
like an old school thief mugger.
Yeah, but that's also like her new line. Like she's doing like
Pantyhose?
Pantyhose. I don't know if she's doing like
Spanx.
lingerie type of thing.
Good for her.
Tanks, fucking just loungewear.
And that shit'll sell because she's
PJs.
Kim Kardashian. But anyways, yeah, it was a Donda album that was being released. This guy had
they deleted it.
he had fucking Justin LeBoy, the respectfully dude, like tweeting about this album.
Yeah,
He's like,
still-
yo, I just
still
heard
tweeting
it.
about it, yeah.
Still tweeting, just
Yeah,
heard
the,
it.
The Olympics commercial with
You
the
look- Sha'Carri Richardson.
Sha'Carri.
Which is a shame. Even that, like,
Oh, I didn't see that one though.
it's a shame because people are making a big deal of it. Not to, we'll go back into the Kanye thing. I just wanted to bring it up real quick. But she got outed for having THC in her system.
Yeah.
Then you got Megan Rapinoe or Rappin or whatever, the U.S. women's soccer team, the chick with the purple hair. She is now speaking out for her and other athletes about using CBD products to help them train. So a lot of people have gone and said like, oh, well, look what white privilege gets you. Like, and it's from the same plant. If you're gonna let her, talk about CBD, how can you not let Sha'Carri Richardson talk about THC? My response to that, very simple, and I know this may come off as controversial to people, but I don't see how.
Oh.
It's THC. You were told from the beginning you can't smoke weed. She admitted that she knew what she was doing. She made her decision. It was a bad one, but it was based on the fact that she was going through shit. So I understand that. But she knew when she took it that she would be risking her shit. Mm-hmm. If she was doing CBD, it wouldn't be an issue. That's why talking about CBD during the Olympics is okay, because there's no THC in CBD. It's perfectly safe. So it's okay to talk about that. That's why it's okay. People are making a big fuss over nothing. Yeah, I feel bad Sha'Carri Richardson isn't there, but she broke the rules, and she rules. I know. Almost had another goop situation. She broke the rules, and she knew she was doing it. So I don't know why anybody's even mad at Megan Rapinoe for announcing that she's going to be advertising CBD products during the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, THC still has that negative stigma.
Yeah,
so.
that's it. She broke the rules. She knew what she was doing.
It still does, yeah.
Anyway,
it's unfortunate, but at the same time, it is what it is.
But
yeah, it's Kanye.
But yeah, Kanye. So he had the Donda album listening session.
Mm-hmm.
Had the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta packed. Packed.
Playing all the samples for the album.
Playing everything. Even premiered a Jay-Z verse, which was recorded and played everywhere on IG for that day.
It's 4 hours.
4 hours long, this listening session, because he was super late.
No. He wrote it 4 hours before.
Oh, yeah. But I was also saying the listening session took forever because he was late. Also.
I mean, it's kind of.
Yeah, but yeah, Jay writing in 4 hours is fucking dope. That's regular Jay shit. So I'm not surprised.
2 Chainz in the back writing or recording a verse allegedly.
Yeah. So he was getting all this shit in, and then
it's crazy.
And then we hear once midnight hits last Friday, no Kanye album. I was thinking, all right, maybe it'll just be at 3 a.m. Maybe he's gonna drop it like West Coast time.
Really?
Nope.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
that's what I thought at first. Cause I thought if he doesn't come out Eastern time, maybe it's a West Coast thing.
I figured Donda was supposed to come out like 5 years ago, so I figured, okay, maybe it'll come out on this day, but it definitely won't be by midnight.
When has Kanye ever dropped on time? When's the last time Kanye dropped on time?
Oh, I saved that one. Okay, you just reminded me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the hip hop. Okay, wait. Finish. Let me find that.
No.
You go ahead. Because you made a point. Now we gotta wait.
Oh, never mind.
Oh well, I'll talk so it's not awkward silence.
Oh, good. That's good co-host treatment. No, it's great.
I found it.
That's what a co-host does.
I got really excited because I was like, I know I saved something for it. I got really excited for this.
This is a first. Yo, Sade don't be remembering
she had like
shit, bro.
childlike
excitement
and happiness in her face. Oh my
I
god!
never remember shit.
She always goes, "What's that thing?"
What is it? All right, so hip hop by the numbers. Let me see real quick. So Justin LeBoy, they responded to he'll move the release to August 6th, right? Mm-hmm. They respond by saying that will make Donda 378 days late. So far, Kanye albums have been 1,808 days late. 808, that's actually pretty cool. I just noticed that now. Dash 4.95 years. If it drops August 6th, 4.99 years. And then they go by each album.
Oh, wow.
So the only ones that were on time was the Dark Fantasy, Yeezus, Ye, and KSG.
Kids See Ghost.
Yeah.
Oh, Kids See Ghost, yes, right. Ghost, yeah. Those were on time, yeah. And then 808s was a day early. But everything else, so, damn. They can't really put Donda here because Donda's still late.
It's not done.
It's not like they have it as they have Donda 365. They can't even really put that. But damn, he's been doing this since graduation. Yeah. Sorry.
But this comes from someone who's constantly like remixing and shit. Like even The Life of Pablo, like that album, once it was released, like he kept going back in and making new mixes for it.
Mm-hmm.
That was such a great album concept, but he totally dropped the ball on it.
He did.
Oh damn, people are correcting.
Hip hop by numbers.
Of course.
But then who's really right? I don't know where they grab these numbers from.
Whatever. But somebody was like, "And you don't rush genius." It's pretty cool.
Well, it is. I mean,
Kanye's been rushing genius for like the last 6 albums, though. What are we talking about?
Especially that whole the summer shit, and then the whole Tiana Taylor drama. Like that was very rushed. I mean, there was also a Manic episode, but that was very rushed.
For that Ye album, he took a picture of the plane landing with the mountains in the background. He's like, oh, on the day of the album release. It's like, oh, this is going to be the cover. And just
and then just wrote that shit.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
the little like.
And somehow it was still considered hot.
I like that.
So
album.
like I don't really.
I like.
I didn't like it.
I have the opening.
I gave it
lines
one listen.
tattooed on my.
Yeah,
like
that's
the
right,
One,
she does.
I like the one song with Tony Williams.
I probably liked one song too. I don't even remember what it was, and I gave it one listen, and that was it.
There's like there's a couple songs. They're skippables. I'm not saying like the album is my favorite. It's not in my top 5.
But you liked it though. It was only 7 songs. And
Yeah,
it was only
I liked it.
Good. So how
But you
many?
liked
If
it,
it was
though.
if it was like a real EP and I could put it down to 3 songs, I would. I liked it. I'm not gonna like say it was trash.
So out of all the songs, wait, so you only like 3 out of 7?
No, I'm not 3 out of 7. Okay, let's look it up.
You better pull it
You're
out.
fucking
No, because I'm
Yeah, no, just get curious.
No,
Yeah,
because it's just
I would
like,
say-
yo, like, some people I feel like I mean, we move the goalposts for the people we like, you know what I'm saying? I'll probably
Yeah.
say some prejudice stuff
Okay.
about Wayne, because I like Wayne a lot.
True.
So, like...
I think
like-
about Killing You. I like that one. I don't know, I liked it.
no, it's just that title and just... Go on, I'm sorry.
I think it's the way he does the voice inflections change, and to me it goes along with the manic episodes and all that.
Mhm.
So it gets really high, really like I don't know, just goes with the
Okay,
whole.
yeah, I'm
depression.
trying to remember the fucking songs.
Yeah, I got it.
I don't remember shit about that album, bro.
No, I don't like Yikes. I don't think I like this one. No, didn't like All Mine.
So
It's
we're
not something like it.
1 for 3. Sounds like we're about to be 1 for 4.
Yeah.
No.
No, jeez.
1 for 5. So
No, yeah,
that's
just
already
like that
more than
song.
half. That's the song I like.
Yeah, No Mistakes.
Yeah, No
So
Mistakes.
That's 2.
Out of 6.
I like Ghost Town
So
and Violent Crime, so that's 4.
Oh, so 4.
So
So
you
you
like-
like more
alright,
than
so-
half.
Oh, okay, so 4 out of 3.
Okay.
But
Look,
they're not. I'm not saying like I'm ranking the album as like my top 5. I'm
like
just
certain
saying
songs from that album.
yes.
Yeah, that's
Like
fair enough.
I liked. For me to say as a Kanye fan that I like the album is very low bar.
because he's been doing nothing but low bar stuff.
Lately, yes.
Kid See Ghost was better than this.
It
And
was. I'll give him that. He
It
had
was.
that.
I would
him-
appreciate a full length
but
album for
it's
that.
also yeah, exactly. Just like Push his shit, and then even like the shit that he did with Tiana. Like yeah, like I know she wasn't happy about it, and it is kind of fucked up, but the album was still great.
Yeah, and if those samples had cleared, boy, yeah.
That shit was man Push. So that's why I'm not like I think it's not what he's been doing, because technically he did those albums. It's what he's been doing for just himself.
Yeah.
But he's on it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I get it. So,
Yeah.
so what are we?
It's almost like Partner Next Door. I hate when, like, he's been on years. Just I feel like it's been years of just bad projects from him, like from himself.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever he does for everybody else is magic.
Okay.
Ty Dolla $ign too is a little.
Well,
Well,
I mean,
is getting close to that.
One
too.
thing we can say about Kanye for sure is that he's never going to make the same album twice.
No, but they said no.
Let me hear it. Let me hear it. What's
I
up?
feel like Ye was just an extension of all his
Ye
past
was a little
albums.
different.
Yeah, it was an
it was-
extension of all his past albums.
Yeah,
Okay.
like I feel like you could take a song from each of them and put it, and it could be a
Ah,
bonus
okay.
song.
I would
Okay.
say that about Pablo. I wouldn't. I wouldn't say that about Ye. I would say that about Pablo.
Pablo was like the last full length joint he did.
Yeah, and I feel like Pablo was a mix of mad
I
shit.
don't know if I agree with that.
It had a little bit.
I would have to.
every-
I have to go back to.
Well, a little bit of everything.
I'm trying to think
at
of, like,
least.
what would've
That's how
counted as
I see
Count
it. I had
Dropout.
a little bit of everything. I wouldn't go as far as saying like what you had said about Ye, where it's like all his past shit.
Mm.
But I would definitely say there's a little bit of everything.
But I mean, it's hard to freaking do something different every time and it be flawless or like high tier. So like
Yeah.
at a certain point, yeah, the steam's gonna run
I didn't
out.
like Yeezus.
Yeah, like Jesus. Nah, I didn't like
People
it.
swear off of that album.
Yeah, I don't know how people do. Like there's a couple that have grown on me in the past few years, but no. I would put Ye over Yeezus, but they're still lower on the list.
Okay, I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
I would put Ye over
Yeah,
Yeezus.
no. Jesus was a tough album to listen to but I wouldn't put.
Those
it
are my
Ye.
bottom two.
Okay,
I'll say that.
I can see that. I can see that.
But
All
I
right.
feel like there are a lot of people's bottoms. Too.
So then, all right. So let me put this question to y'all, since we probably won't have much to say on the Kanye stuff yet, because we're still waiting on the album. Because currently he's locked in Mercedes-Benz Stadium, like fixing up the album. Like he set up a whole living quarters. He's getting his food there. Like he's just living out of that place.
Wild.
Like the soccer match was going on the other day, and he just like casually walked in the crowd, took a fucking video.
Oh, that was
him.
Oh shit.
He just walked in
no, but
real
I didn't know
quick.
That was like a whole soccer match.
There was a whole soccer match going on
I
because
just seen the
in that
picture and
stadium.
I scrolled past. I
Yeah,
was like, oh.
he's just chilling while stuff's happening in that stadium. It's like he's living in there. He's like, oh, I'm just gonna go look out. Oh, what's up, people? And then it goes back in.
And shit,
Yeah.
hot dog. All right,
Just grabbed some popcorn and went back into his room.
Oh, what's happening? Who's
Yeah,
winning?
no, he's like
okay.
he's like my kid when we have family outings at the house. He comes out of his fucking room. He's like, hey, what's up, everybody? Grabs some food and goes back in. That's what he did. That's what Kanye's been fucking doing. He's my fucking 10-year-old. What a fucking asshole. Jesus Christ.
That is
Now that I laugh at it.
hilarious, though.
I'm gonna call my kid Ye next time I see him.
Just call him.
What's
Ye.
up, Yeezy? Just coming out of your fucking cave? How's that album coming along, asshole?
Imagine he's doing an album.
If my kid's doing it, no, he's doing his Minecraft shit in there, so he's building something. So I'll give him credit.
He's building something.
He's
It's
building
okay.
something in there. He just won't let me see it. I hate the fact that when I come in, he does this. Hey, Dad. I hate that shit. Because I got to come in, I got to turn my head to see the screen. So when I open the door, it just, hey.
What if it's porn? Man?
It's not porn. It's definitely not porn. It's something else that he doesn't want to share. I know he's on TikTok. It's not porn. I don't think he's there yet. But if it is, I'm going to whoop his fucking ass. It's a warning to you. I see you, AJ.
Why can't it be porn? Well, no,
I'm
he's
not
made
ready.
10, never
I'm
mind.
not. No. Why can't it be porn? Listen to you.
I don't have any kids yet, so
Yeah, exactly.
Don't worry.
It'll change. You're very free right now. Wait till they turn 10.
Yeah, I know.
I see it all the time. I look at him now and I just like, what are you? Who the fuck are you gonna be? You're just like me. So what are you thinking right now, nigga? All right, off of that.
I would be very worried.
I had a parent moment. Sorry, guys.
I'd be very
Anyways,
worried.
what I wanted to ask was,
Yeah, sorry.
is this album, the hype that's surrounded by it, the features that we've heard so far,
Justin LeBoy saying it's old
yeah,
Kanye. Let me
I know. The state of mind that he's in, the fact that he's now divorced and just has a fresh slate.
Mm-hmm.
Could this be the album that possibly competes with Dark Fantasy?
No.
And do we consider that his best work? I consider Dark Fantasy and Late Registration his best work. Does this will this compete with
We're never
that?
getting that Kanye West again.
No.
Fair enough, but
Which I don't think is a bad thing because there should always be progression. You shouldn't want. It's how people talk about Nas and
Yeah.
we'll never get another.
Okay,
Nas
so-
and all that shit. I think it's gonna be up there, but I don't think it's gonna be bad.
you think this will be as like a top 3 album?
No, top 3 now, maybe top.
I don't know where you have all this faith for this man.
No, I'm
It's
throwing
more
it out
so
there.
the features. To me, it's like, oh, okay, because with their whole relationship, I just don't see Jay-Z hopping on anything right now, especially with Kanye, if it's not some type of
It's not meaningful.
yeah, like to me, like that kind of like, okay, like I was gonna listen to it anyway. I might like it, even like the all the hallelujah bullshit. I am not
Jesus
religious. Oh, sorry. Yeah, whatever.
That was
I
called that
know
album?
where I'm going. So let me
That's
stop.
what I called that album too.
So I know that, like, I mean, I'm not religious, but I thought that album was amazing, like sonically, just because I don't remember actually.
That's all. Yo, see,
Did I like it?
y'all gotta stop. Yo, we love Kanye. We love.
No.
we're not
I'll
taking
take
away, we're
back.
not taking away.
I'll take back
what
amazing.
he has.
I'll
released forgettable.
I'll take
Yes.
it. Yes.
Yes.
That's why I'm taking back amazing. But I know I liked it sonically because I remember him complaining when we were in the car. I also couldn't hear it because somebody kept talking. But I remember you.
It wasn't me. But yeah,
It wasn't you.
Yeah.
But I remember you like, it's too much for me. It's too much. I'm like, you got to look past it. Like I was trying to, whenever I hear something, if I don't like the words, I think it also stems from doing shows and me not liking some of the performers, where I try to listen past it and I can listen to the beat and I can isolate it in my head. I just have my
You
glasses.
can be objective.
You can be objective.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Where I will like, okay, like I try to, okay, I can fuck with this. Like there's something that I can attach myself to. So for that album, I don't remember the fucking name. Sonically, I liked it. Okay, so then I take it back. Yeezus is like top, is bottom 3. That definitely that would put, yeah, damn.
If Sade is writing on this album like he did for Dark Fantasy, then oh, you didn't say that before, but yeah, if he's got good writers behind him, I think that this has a shot at being at least top 5. At least top 5, I think.
What do you think? I'm thinking top 5.
I'm thinking top 5.
What do you think?
Top 5.
Top 5 albums of Kanye's discography.
Who do you think? Okay, so do you think it's gonna be better than Yeezus? It says a lot.
I really don't think so, because while I don't like Yeezus, you have to. I gotta take my personal bias away and see what that album did for the culture and what it brought us. So like,
no, I just didn't like it.
Not much. Yeezus didn't really do much to change the landscape of music. I don't think people started making music like that once it came out. I feel like once 808s came out, everybody started doing that shit.
808s was a lot more influential.
Well, yeah, I'm not. Well, okay. But
that was the one that was influential.
I feel like, nah. I think you're not giving. I'm not gonna put it in the same pedestal as 808s and Heartbreaks, because that brought us so many. Yeah,
people, that was the change of the game.
Yeah, that was different. Yeah.
I feel like Yeezus definitely.
Well, okay. Go ahead. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
No. It's good. I'm just saying, like, yo, Dark Twisted Fantasy, like, that was the last time I feel like Kanye gave a fuck about music. Like, his personal projects. You know, he snapped on Pusha T's project, and he's had some guest beats and guest features that he's killed. But, like, I'm talking about, like, a Kanye West, like, his own project. I feel like that was the last time he gave a fuck about music. I think that was the last time he actually took the craft. I remember watching videos of him showing us freaking All of the Lights. How he was talking about, I'm playing with these drums and like,
and the Runaways,
and Runaways, and like how he did those performances, and he did the whole movie for it. Then there was Good Fridays, like he
was in his own.
He was in it.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that hasn't been done.
Oh yeah, no, I'm definitely not arguing that. And I will agree, Yeezus did. There was some type of influence from that, because that was, I feel like, when he really started to influence fashion. And he had all of the, like, that was really, like, that music was incorporated into, I feel like, whatever season of Yeezus came out. Probably the first one, I think, or second.
That's when he had people running outside, because I think he had all the weird, like, billboards or whatever thing. Like, people outside and stuff like that. Yeah. Like, his marketing and stuff like that, and, like, all the ideas and stuff like that, he hasn't done that in a while. You know what I'm saying?
This time around, I feel like he doesn't need to, because shit is so different now that all he really needs is a Justin LeBoy tweet, and he's good. And him just showing up. Yeah, it's half-assed. Don't get me wrong. It's a half-assed rollout. But it's doing just as much impact as if he would have done the same rollout. Because even if he didn't have... Nowadays.
That was also 10 years ago, 10 plus.
Yeah, the game's different now. All you gotta do is tweet.
You can't... Yeah, you don't have to market as much, especially when he's in two different places. The Kanye from back then is different from the Kanye right now. It's not personally wise, but like standing ground. Like, people know who he is. There's no, I mean, yeah, people knew who he was back then, but I just feel like it's different now, especially the fashion shit took off. Like, I feel like his audience is a lot bigger than back then.
Anymore, man.
But I was also in high school.
You make enough money.
I didn't know
who. If he's an artist, like, if he's an artist, I think he is. Like, he's doing it not for, like, Kanye doesn't need sale. Like, he doesn't need this album to sell. And essentially, you know what I'm saying? So, like, marketing and all that stuff, that's not, like, for the sales, it's for the art of it. And I feel like he hasn't been for the art of it because he's a father now.
Oh, okay, never mind, yeah.
Like, his mind is divided in so many things that his music is suffering from that. And it's been like that since.
Okay. No, point. when you had mentioned marketing, I wasn't thinking about, like, the video aspect of it. I was thinking about, like, how he rolled everything out in the beginning. But, like, the actual, like, technical shit of it. But, yeah, I know what you mean. Like, the artistic value, like, the artistic aspect and everything. Yeah. Okay, I can see, yeah.
You can kind of equate it to, like, and this, I think you'll appreciate this.
I don't know.
Conor McGregor. Same thing. Conor McGregor was that motherfucking dude.
I was such a fan. Now passion, I could just, like,
he showed hunger. He was ready to beat niggas up. He talked that shit. And then once he got that,
I can't even look at Proper
fight
12
with
the
Mayweather,
same. Like,
once he got that offer from Mayweather, that was the highest payday he was ever gonna see.
Whatever.
And then what's happened after that? He's lost. I think he won maybe one fight, and he's gotten his ass beat. And it just shows that he doesn't care anymore. He's too
it was
big.
like, like back in the day when Lil Wayne hit the whole like million bullshit, and he just did not give a fuck for a long time, and you can hear it. You can see it when he was out in public, like just everything, like just that was like his fall off. I mean, he eventually came back, but
he needed to. So
no, he fell off. No, Lil Wayne.
But this is pretty much what it is. But
Lil
I
Wayne
think
fell
Johnson
off
makes
for a
great
little
point.
bit. He came back though.
I think when you have so much new things that you're working on, just like Connor ended up taking a whole bunch of other stuff, and he got that money, he got that comfort. The hunger kind of dies, and it's expected. It's hard to stay hungry when you get older and you gain more success. It's hard to keep that same passion and fire within. So I completely understand.
Yeah,
that. I
he
think
wasn't
that's what happened
like.
here. I think that's what's going on here. Ye still feels that he has to maintain that artistry because people are expecting that from him.
Oh,
It's like, yo, we need a
shit.
new project. It's got to be just as dope. But
Wait.
meanwhile, he's still worrying about Adidas. He's worrying about his kids. He's worrying about whatever's going on with his divorce. And
Yeah.
who knows what else? His mental health. There's just so much going on that he doesn't have time to be a full artist. I completely understand that. And maybe because of that, the quality's going to suffer. And us as fans, if for the hardcore fans are going to just love it regardless, but I think the real like critical music heads are going to feel away. I think that's what it comes down to. Yeah. Me too, man. I want perfection, but I know as an artist, you can't really ask that of people. They got a lot of shit going on in their personal life. So how can I really, as an artist myself, how can I ask this nigga to just give me perfection? Nah, I can't do that. A lot of shit goes on, man. You know, we're not in our 20s anymore. Like, we can't just make the fucking album that we want and have all day in the studio to hang out. We got responsibilities and shit. That's how it goes.
That's for sure.
I think that's what it comes down to. But we'll see when it happens, August 6th.
I'm still gonna listen, obviously.
I'm gonna listen. That's never been. I've always listened to the Kanye album, no matter what, front to back. It's whether I like it or not. That depends. Will I listen more?
Trump.
Yeah, people forgot about that real quick, and I think Jay-Z mentions that as well about the red cap. That gets mentioned too. So, yeah, but that goes to show you how much we love Kanye because he does some shit like that, and we still want to fuck with him. I can't think of any other rapper who I would give that opportunity to if they wore a red cap.
Yeah, I fell for like the excuse. What was it?
Health.
It was for his wife. It was for Kim.
I
fell
if
for it and
that's
I
the
don't care.
case,
Let me stop.
Maybe
Nah,
he'll make a
it's
line about that. Maybe he'll make a line about that now. He'll drop something quickly.
Mickey Fax just. Oh no, wait. Oh no, he actually dropped a track.
Mickey Fax dropped the track.
Response to Royce and Lupe.
Oh, how's that gonna sound? The nerd talking about, hey guys, we probably shouldn't fight. We're all great here. That definitely won't be. I won't even be invited to the verses after that. And we're back. Episode 94. We're here with Johnson Soldout. And I love women a lot as well.
All right.
You were so stupid.
All right, man. We talked enough bullshit. We talked about Lupe and Royce and all these fucking rappers and their feelings and how everybody feels that they need to be number one. We talked about Kanye never releasing a project on time. We talked about the similarities between rappers and poets.
Yeah.
The different types of poetry that's out here. And, of course, we got to know Johnson himself. So, with that being said.
Talk more about the book.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was going to get into that afterwards, but yes.
This book right here?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, Annie
The
pointed.
corner of that little thing looks like that. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, tell them what you're holding in your hand, sir.
This right here I'm holding is a book that I crafted myself. The contents of which, let me stop.
Okay. You was going to say, like, nigga, I know you didn't chop down the tree and went to the paper plant and just manufactured that. Yeah.
No, this is a book. I self-published a book off of Amazon.
Round of applause for that.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Self-published.
Wait, let me make sure I'm hitting the right one. Okay.
Mad late, but go ahead.
Sorry.
It's all good. The cover was done by our friend Liz. Shout out Liz. Edited by Kim Gomez. But as far as the contents and the structuring of everything, it was all me. All the poems 100% me. I have an audio version of this on Audible. mixed and mastered by my guy Caesar. His name is Julius, but his stage name is Caesar. So I gotta
Caesar.
say,
Makes sense.
yes.
He's cool as hell.
Shout out to Caesar.
Shout out to Caesar.
You haven't met Caesar yet,
Love
right?
I don't think I have. I don't think I have. Well, I probably did. I think
He's
I met
cool
him.
as hell.
He was at Solemn's Locker?
I've only
Yes.
met him.
Yes, that's where I met him. Yes, yes, yes.
So then I
Yes.
missed him there. I
Look
don't
at that. You're memorable.
Yeah.
I seen him.
And he just started putting out reels.
Yes.
Yeah, to remix. Yes, I caught that. Yeah.
Oh,
Which he
nice.
should do more of.
Which
gotta
I've
check
told.
Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
You know what? I've been telling every artist and producer I meet every week. Every time we have a guest episode, I told Real Music a couple weeks ago that they should get on that wave. There's a lot of dope producers that we don't know of that are just putting stuff out to remix on the reels, on IG Reels. So if you just go and search, you'll find a dope one. Save that shit, write 8 bars if you want, or just freestyle. Remix that shit and post it to your fucking page. Not only are you putting out content for yourself, but you're actually showing exposure to that producer. If the producer likes it, boom, you just made yourself a connection that could work in your favor in the long run. I'm just saying, try it out.
And Reels is like real popular right now.
Absolutely, man. That's the way to go,
Like,
man.
Reels is, and the YouTube shorts.
Yeah, that too.
Them little
YouTube's doing
15-second, 30-second videos.
It's happening.
Vine is,
It's happening.
Vine could walk so shorts and Reels could run.
Ah, nice. Very dope. Very dope. I like that. Yeah. Shout out to
good.
Vine. Oh, man. Yo, by the way, you were just talking about your book, but you did not say the title of your book.
Oh, my book is called Scattered. Sorry. My book is called Scattered. It's available on Amazon. I have physical copies.
Boom.
Audible, like I said, if you want to hear this, if you want to hear these luscious tones
Why
before
are
you
you
go to
looking
sleep.
at the camera like
I told
Damn, that
you,
was dope.
I
Yeah, we're going to
told
clip that.
you.
We're going to clip that one.
I told
That was
you.
amazing.
I've told you I was going to look at
Bro,
the
with that
camera.
pink light in the background, it looked mad sensual. Pause.
That's the whole point of it. That's why I got the shirt.
This
Yo,
luscious. That's the whole point. Yeah, you knew
I should have just came in my
you knew we were gonna have the
bathrobe.
colored lights.
bathrobe.
This nigga right here. Now I would have to be sitting next to that shit the whole time.
Are you not comfortable in your sexuality?
No, I am. Except when it comes to watching a Lil Nas X video. We didn't get to that, but hey, look.
Table it.
Yeah, we'll table that.
Table it,
That's a sensitive topic. But so yes, Scattered is in stores, Amazon, and Audible as well.
Yes.
Pick up your copies and show some love, man. That's what it's all about, man. Supporting the community of the local artists, of the unsigned artists. In this case, the poet community.
Yes, out here independent, getting it from the mud. No,
That's right. Getting it from the straight out the mud. Yo, so now it's that time for my favorite segment, Sade's favorite segment, Johnson's favorite segment, Lil Nas X's favorite segment, Kanye's favorite segment, and apparently Royce and Lupe's favorite segment. It is.
And Mickey.
You don't know, now you know, nigga.
I was like, no.
And Mickey, that's right.
My bad.
No, you're fine. You're
It's
fine.
if you don't know, motherfuckers, this is where the host and this week the guest are going to put you onto some brand new music from an artist that you may not be in tune with, that we feel you should get in tune with because they are making some dope, incredible shit. And if you don't know, you're about to know right now. So, Sade, who you got?
No.
Oh, we're going to go with our guest first? Okay, we should go with our guest first. Fuck, going with ladies first.
Last, so I
I know.
Just do the guest first.
True, and I
you.
never tell you to go ladies first before, so I don't know why I did it this time. Anyways, we're going to go with our guest. Johnson, who you got, buddy? Who should we know about this week?
This week, and we keep it in the poetry community.
Of course.
So I want to give a shout out to Poetic Boy D, based out of New York. I want to say he's from the Bronx. I'm gonna just say New York because that covers everything.
I just know it's
True.
New York.
True.
So we just
Simple.
gonna say New York. My bad, homie. Appreciate you. You are a dope poet. He just came out with a new project, and this is one of the songs off the project is All Because of You.
All because of you, yes.
All Because of You. This track is called Vulnerable. I like it because it talks about how men, bottle up everything, and we don't really talk to the people like we should because we feel like we're going to be judged or not deemed man enough. We're going to be, pussy or stuff like that. So he kind of talks on those subjects, and I feel like everybody that's a man that feels that way should give this track a listen.
Bet. Let's hear it. Vulnerable featuring Sam Azule by Poetic Boy D.
Meant to build up on that one.
D, you know it's okay to be vulnerable, right?
Yeah.
It's okay to let the tears fall. It's okay to let the man know. Sometimes the only way to heal is to let all the fears go.
thanks for giving me your shoulder. Always think I'm falling over, probably cause I'm never sober. Drink to ease the pain away. I've been drinking every day. Times I don't know what to say. Only brings me misery, cause I'm the one they talk to when they need someone to talk to. Can't be thoughtful when your thoughts full. Got so many thoughts to sort through. I feel awful, I feel awful, I feel awful.
Don't feel awful.
When they say they falling apart, but I can't say I'm falling apart too. This moment's too emotional, that song don't need a part two. I am the way I am, trying to be the best I can. Please don't argue, please don't argue, please don't argue. Started searching for a way the moment that I heard you say
It's okay to let the tears fall. It's okay to let the men know.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Off the album All Because of You, that was Poetic Boy D with Vulnerable featuring Sam Azule. Very dope, man. I like the melody he was going with.
During quarantine, I would hop in on his live shows that he was doing.
Yeah, he was doing mad open mics.
Oh, that's right. Now I know where I heard him before. Okay,
yeah. Him out here before,
yeah.
And it was just like nonstop. I'm trying to think.
He would do it till mad late too.
Yeah, I don't know how I know him. I don't know if we ran into each other. I'm not exactly sure, or maybe it was just during quarantine. I heard about a live show, and from there went on. I think we might have spoken a little, but I love the fact that like he kept it going, and that shit was just insane.
Yeah, man.
That's what's up. Much love to him, man.
Yeah, but he's. I haven't checked on like what he's doing now lately,
Yeah.
and then I seen somebody post about this album, which was funny. I was gonna. I was like, wait, who are you doing?
That's what's up. No, it's dope. It's dope to just see another poet just step out of his box and try to do something over a beat. So that's what's up, man. That's dope. Shout out to Poetic Boy D. That was Vulnerable again. So moving on. So this artist, I guess it's gonna be my pick. Yeah. He had hit up the pod page, and I've been meaning to give his music a listen. Finally got to after some free time this past weekend, and I was intrigued by the album cover. It's a very, very dope picture of a cat. Very like highly edited, just looks fucking dope as hell in the black and white.
The contrast is
insane. It looks like I've never seen a cat look as scary as it does in this picture. So that's fucking dope. So rapper goes by the name of twogeebs, and he put out a project. I forgot the name of the project, but it's on there, I believe.
Nah, this is the Two Dope Boys. I mean, Two Dope Boys. What am I talking about? The distro kid.
So yeah,
shit,
stupid me. All right, it's called the Jeep Tape. 13 songs available on all streaming platforms.
Oh shit, it says it right there.
Yeah, and so the song I'm gonna play right now is, one of the ones I was bumping to the most actually. It's just called Rappin. So we're gonna start with Rappin from twogeebs. Let's get into it.
Fuck trying to give a fuck about his little ratchet ass kid. Yeah, fuck all the kids. I used to try to fuck all the kids.
I smoke twogeebs and I don't give a fuck about you. And I don't give a fuck about the clout too. I'm into rapping, all y'all capping cause it's action packed. Y'all the niggas rapping me and my niggas be laughing at. My nigga, that's a fact. Like a Snapple cat, play with me, turn your fucking Adam's apple to Apple Jacks. But let's get back to rap, cause I'm the best to do it. These niggas say they is, but still I've seen them yet to prove it. You ain't no threat, you useless. Motherfucker, I'm ruthless. This the year that I prove it. Got one choice, better choose this, or you'll be leaving ruthless. And not the way a coupe is. I mean no fucking neck, bitch. I stay fresh to death. So much so, I'm recording out a casket. This shit get drastic. Handle you manual, spit it automatic. Y'all niggas can't fuck with me, and you never will. I seen your paperwork. You need a better deal or a better skill. Either way, your shit's a dub. I give your bitch a hug while sipping mud. Then she lick me up, begging me to stick it in her butt. Man, this chick's a slut. You niggas ain't fucking with me ever, man. You niggas suck. So listen up. Because I'm taking over. I sold pills, my era is cracking baking soda. But I'm still great as over, whether ain't or sober. My music taking slower, but this year the waiting's over. I'm off the chain like a runaway slave. Tell these suckers behave or the gunner spray weight. Have them hunting Mayday. Yeah, it's Jersey in this bitch. Sandy bars. My man.
All right, man. That was Rappin' by twogeebs off the Jeep Tape. Available now. It was released earlier this year. Available on all streaming platforms. Shout out to twogeebs. Yeah, keep making that fire, bro. I'm sure the new stuff coming out is going to be just as dope, and we'll definitely give that a play once it comes to that point, man. So shout out to twogeebs. Sade, who you got?
All right. Before, I hate, YouTube and this whole thing right here kills me. Oh, no, it went away. Like the suggested list part.
Yeah.
I seen something about clues in Loki. and I got distracted as fuck for 30 seconds. I was just like,
oh yeah, he don't watch
What?
Marvel.
I was like, what's in that?
He's not into our nerd segments. Well, he's more DC, I learned, than Marvel.
Like, I like Spider-Man. Like,
So
if the Spider-Man movie come out, like...
You can watch that.
So we have to cater more to DC then for you?
Which is fine with me. I'm
cool.
a huge Batman fan.
Person of your large fan base.
So,
you do not have to consider me.
Like 20 people, that's cool. No,
of our 10 listeners.
Sorry, it was 10. I
keep it at that.
No, I didn't mean. Oh, sorry, I didn't. Yeah, no. He said 10. Let me stop. Yeah. No, what was I gonna say? No, well, okay. Question before I get into this. Yeah, we diverge off. So, when can I talk about Harley and Harley Quinn?
When can you? Oh, about the show?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I mean, if you, yeah, go ahead and talk about it.
Yeah, look, if it's just for spoilers, we'll skip.
It's like, yeah.
Because I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna start watching that. So
okay,
I need something new to get into.
Well, no, because we had to stop talking about Supernatural.
Nah, I've been watching. I stopped.
Even though he said we could, I really felt bad.
Yeah, I stopped. I gave up on that show. It's just too much.
Really?
I feel like he could just not listen to the podcast
No.
He knows, but
he said that. No, but like I just like, I don't know. I felt bad. I'm like, damn. I don't like spoiling shit.
Nah, I've been watching. I'm about to finish.
Sometimes
Brooklyn.
It's like, all right, it's been enough.
I'm about to finish Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Just been watching that randomly.
I don't want to.
That show's alright. Not crazy. Couple laughs here and there. But yeah, what you got?
All right. So my, if you don't know, is actually an alum. Noel. Sorry, where did I get Noel?
Nate.
Oh, yeah, Nate. Did we say Joël last time?
I think so. I'm gonna just say that.
Nate Joël. I don't Nathi. I don't know.
Nathi or Nathi? It could be. I don't know.
Nathi?
The H could be silent. So Nathi.
See, I don't know how to pronounce shit. You know that. So.
It's either Nathi, Nathi, or Nathi.
No, Nathi.
Nathi.
I don't like Nathi.
You don't like Nathi. So what do you want to go with?
Nathi, like he was saying.
Yeah, Nathi. He was saying go with that.
Yeah, go with that.
Oh, I thought you said you didn't want to go.
No. He's not saying.
What we go? Oh, okay,
not
okay.
Nathi, but Nathi. I mean.
Yeah, like it's not.
That was like very ace of you.
I hate to make. I don't even want to make fun of it, but yeah.
Oh shit. All right. Well, the track is "Could Be Wrong." Just dropped in March, so I'm gonna play this real quick.
Yeah.
That's so
cool.
Yeah, a little visualizer.
Yeah. No ghost stories, nothing moves without my touch. They been looking tired, I can tell when the time's up. That little baby poppin', she can always get flown through. My family tree extending, we've been growing out more roots. They heard that I record, then they get reconnected. I made my own brothers I can step with. Never on this journey did I look for exits, focused on protecting rep. I just never miss, and everybody show respect. I've seen what being patient gets, all my motives still in motion. I changed the narrative and made the notion that success the only way that we coping. My father focused on his lotto dreams. She graduated with degrees, more interested in the model scene. We all got a path to follow. I be drinking over half the bottle. All the verses getting written like novels. Turn the page on bad traditions. I was molded under bad conditions. Still never slipping on my position. I've been feeling automatic. I be in shock if rappers want it static. No, they wanna get it the way I have it. She like my tone and how I said it too. I can never leave us tied. I have to let it loose. Losing yourself, an easy way to fall. I know enough to know I'll never know it all. I report on what I saw. This is live from all of the thoughts in my head. I got a reason for my action and things that I said. This is the mark of a beast. I stopped getting my sleep. She like coming around me, and for mine it ain't easy. I break bread like it's a last supper. Right now I gotta look past all of my past lovers. God is how I stay covered. Shit.
I don't think I would be here without you. I know I can put in all my trust in you. I know I can, baby. On my mind every day.
Alright.
Very dope.
I wonder what this rhythm assisted poetry is. I'm intrigued. But yes, that was Nate, Joël, and Nathi. And can I just say her voice is very neo soul.
Yeah.
Neo soul.
The song was called "Could Be Wrong." Neo soul.
Yeah. The song is "Could Be Wrong." I believe it's a single. Nate Joël, he drops so many. He has his Cookboy kind of series that he just drops like freestyles to freestyle. Sometimes I think they make it on the album and they're just singles, but he's always working.
Very dope.
So always cooking. So yeah, shout out to him.
So that was Poetic Boy D, 2geebs, and Nate, Joël, and Nathi. that made our list for If You Don't Know for this week. And as always, want to remind y'all, we do not own the rights to any of the music being played. We are simply showing love, simply giving exposure to these artists that we feel you should be in tune with because they are delivering something that is sorely needed in today's music landscape. That was the proof that we just showed y'all. So if you do find yourself vibing to these songs, please know that they will be available on Spotify and on Apple Music on our If You Don't Know playlist that we update each week with these brand new songs, plus the songs from our past episodes and all those other very dope acts that we played before. If you find yourself to like them, please go visit their pages, go see them at a show, go download an album, go buy an album. Shit, go even buy some merch, man. Make yourself a lifelong fan if you're feeling them, because that's how this shit works, man. Each one teach one. We put you on some new music. You put your friends onto that same music, so on and so forth. Keep building up fan bases for these artists because they deserve it, and they are nothing without you, the fan, the listener. That is, If You Don't Know. Please play the drop.
And if you don't know, now you know, nigga.
Very aggressive.
I was, but I had to let people know what this is about. It's our favorite segment. Okay, then.
Yeah.
All right.
Support goes a long way.
Yes, it does.
I can't tell you how many times people will come up to me at a show and be like, oh, hey, yo, I love your stuff. And I'll be like, have we met before? And they'll be like, oh, no, but, like, such and such, like, always repost your stuff, and such always shares your stuff on their story. And, like, I just love everything I hear. And, like, I'm so glad I finally had that. And I'm like, yo, I'm a nobody. And I have, like, fans.
You got fans, man.
Yeah, so it's just like that share. If you can't buy the merch, if you can't go to the show, a share goes a long way.
Long way, man. Support is free.
A long way.
Support is free. Sometimes support costs a little bit, but sometimes it's free most of the time as well. But if you do find yourself wanting to support, shit, my man got merch at his shows. My man got the book.
I used to love that at the end. So what I'm wearing right here, when Juvie wore the shirt. Yeah, my man Drewvy's wearing.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I gotta come up with new merch. That's the whole thing. Like, towards I'm probably gonna go on like a hiatus soon, and like just like one of the things that I need to really.
Rebrand, right?
Yeah, the rebrand. We're gonna rebrand, get the merch going. Like,
yeah.
Name change too or no?
No.
Okay.
Never that.
Cool. I like the name, so I don't need to change it.
Never that. No.
So just the rebrand. Okay.
Yeah,
I can see a nice scattered T-shirt around. I can see that as a deal. That's just me throwing the idea out there. And I mean, I won't take credit for it. Oh, you got scattered shirts now? Oh, bet. No doubt. Wonder where that came from.
Who?
What?
What?
There's what? And the shirt, the design is scattered? Oh, man, genius.
Where's my percentage?
What? I'll take my points.
So no, but I'm excited to see what more you have.
Yeah, man.
For sure.
No, definitely. I always appreciate a good rebrand. So can't wait to see what it's like. Just don't be out here with the mohawk looking like Zangief. Next time I see you at a show, like, this nigga really took it to heart. Like, he really living that life. Like, you just out here with like 5 buttons
I can't
unbuttoned.
see if you got rid of it. I don't know if I
don't
I
know.
would recognize you, but I
Wait,
wouldn't
the hair or his
recognize
chest
you.
hair? Which one are we talking about? Oh,
If I got rid of my chest.
I was like, that's weird. Why?
No, the fro.
Oh, okay, all right. Looking like Lupe out here with the bare chest.
The bare chests. I mean,
He's like,
Put a shirt on, Lupe.
I ain't putting
no damn shirt on. I'm in my house. I ain't putting no goddamn shirt on.
yeah, I meant the fro.
Oh, okay.
I mean, yes, the chest hair too, because.
Yeah, like I can't even see you with like a shortcut. I think I saw a picture. I saw a picture of you with a shortcut.
Wintertime hits.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like, oh my God, where did Johnson go?
I've had short hair. I've had a high top.
Yeah, the high top.
I think I seen an old picture of you with the high top.
Yeah.
I seen an old picture with the short hair. Yeah, I saw that.
No, I've never.
Yeah, like almost like a shaved head in a way.
I recognize you, obviously, but
Kind of like a one cut.
But like, what the
I think it was
fuck?
really low. Yeah.
You can see those pictures on my Instagram. Johnson Soldout.
Oh.
JOHN.
Oh,
Beautiful
yes, you
segue.
can.
Oh, dang, I always fuck up my.
JOHNSONSOLDOUT.
Yes.
Johnson
Made it
Soldout.
simple. I'm not like those other artists that be like, yeah, my name is Zero with 3 O's and 3 zeros
And
and
5
then
underscores.
6 underscores and the 3 is an E, but not really. And like,
Fam, when people
3 underscores is the limit.
like
Let's not go
somebody
over.
just recently had changed their, like I was promoting the show. Somebody had changed while I was promoting, changed their Instagram name, but it was like the opposite direction. It went easier. So I was like, all right, cool. But then I've had people change it where it's harder, and I'm just like, that doesn't even have your name in it, bro. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
if you're all, if you're just an artist that just want to be on Instagram, that's one thing. But if you're trying to make yourself marketable, like I'm trying to be.
You gotta have a marketable name.
You have to be easily searchable.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
that's for sure.
It's tough.
That's why Titty Boy went to 2 Chainz.
Yeah. This guy's hacking up This
Yeah.
guy's hacking up a lung next door.
Are you sure that's not a dog?
No, that's not. That's not a dog.
What kind of dog?
No, I'm
dog.
just. It
Have
just.
you
It
been
sounds like a
around?
sick. No, with the headphones.
Oh, okay. Because a dog doesn't do that and then go, God, what was that? Yeah, he was saying something like, God.
I'm
Oh my
so
God.
mad I missed that.
If a
No,
dog
I
does
didn't.
that, then we need to
No,
end this right now and go next door if the dog's doing that and see that
No, it
shit.
could have even been like, I don't know, a cat or some type of animal. I just
A
heard
cat?
like,
Nigga,
I just heard hacking and that was it.
A cat.
That
A cat
was
hacks
louder
like that?
than the last
Man.
one.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I've never heard a cat hack like that.
Everything is muffled, man. I don't know.
Everything is muffled. All right, man. So, closing notes on the episode. Basically, if there's anything that you want to say, whether you want to big yourself up, big up somebody else, or just say something to the camera, anything that's on your mind, say it right now.
Yeah, nah, I'm gonna go with the stereotypical
Cool.
artist stuff.
Yeah,
know?
let's do it.
So yeah, Johnson Soldout, man. I got new content coming for you. I got a book coming next year. I got a music project coming next year. All coming soon. Now let me stop. But I mean, I have those things are in the works. I'm like 20 poems deep for the next book. 30 poems for the other book, but that's the way everything is sequenced and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But
the work is coming.
I want a music
It's coming,
project
yeah.
to come out because I want to do other songs. Performing songs is fun. Making songs is fun. Music is fun. Yeah, just getting invest, people.
Ooh,
invest.
yeah, we have to talk after this. Yes.
Invest in whether it's stocks, crypto, art. I
yeah,
just recently
people,
became an art investor.
yourself.
So
Oh, nice.
I
Okay.
got a couple shares in a Basquiat painting.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
Excuse me.
Yeah,
All right
you know,
then.
I know it's not the quick little,
Johnson
know,
really sold out.
Oh Jesus.
money. Yeah, I'm trying to be.
really
Yeah, I'm
sold
trying to live by the name, yo. I'm trying. My
Really
name is
sold
my
out,
name.
man. Who is
But,
this guy? You mean calling himself John Son next time we see him?
I'm gonna have my name's gonna have a dollar sign.
Oh, John Sons.
Yo, the rebrand. The
rebrand
rebrand
is
is gonna
serious.
have.
I spoiled the rebrand.
Oh
but yeah,
my God!
Invest.
If you come back from hiatus with the dollar
You know-
sign,
Do you know what this is right now? You know what
Bruh.
you know what this is right now? This might be the title that he's giving us right now. He's giving us the pre-brand.
The pre-brand.
the pre-brand.
He's giving us the preview of the rebrand.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay, I can fuck with it.
Did you not
okay.
understand that?
She had to
No, I
think about
didn't.
it. You
She had
can
to think
see
about
it.
it. So
Because I just
see it.
figured
the
like
way she
before the
reacted,
brand.
her face was
I was like,
I don't
before
get
the
it, nigga.
brand, okay,
Yeah.
like before the rebrand. That's what I thought.
But yeah, invest because it's scary times
I
ahead.
disappointed you. I'm sorry.
Whether it's $20 a day, you know, Robinhood and all these different types of investment accounts do fractional shares. So like whether you got $10, $20, $40, $50, stop buying Hennessy every weekend. Stop buying the Jordans. Put that money into actual Jordan and Nike stock instead. It's gonna appreciate. I know it's not sexy. You know, waiting 10, 15 years to get the money, but granted, I
something.
bet a lot of y'all probably wish you had a lot of money when the shutdowns first happened last year.
Mm-hmm.
So let's prepare for the next disaster because it is gonna happen at some point.
Inevitable.
Anytime. It's inevitable.
Like Thanos
so
said.
you know, just better to have some money in your pocket. If you can't do that, invest in your health. Go outside and walk. You know, go get a sandwich instead of some like fried chicken from Popeyes. Don't get the nuggets or any of that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna taste those Chick-fil-A nuggets though. I heard the big things is coming.
So
I kind of want to try their breakfast.
They put
Keep
crack in
hearing
that
about
shit.
them.
and reach out to somebody you haven't talked to in a while.
Ooh,
Yeah,
good
for
one,
sure.
good one, good one.
Reach out
That's
to
a
somebody
good
you haven't
one.
talked to in a while. I have a lot of people I need to reach out to. So
Good.
if you're seeing this, expect a call from me.
Bet.
But yeah, that's all. I'm not gonna keep rambling. That's all.
No, you're great. That was
Thank
actually
you
beautiful.
for your time.
Thank you,
I
brother.
love what you guys are doing,
Thank you. We love what you're doing too,
you.
man.
and just keep going.
Absolutely.
Like, this is the start. I mean, it's not the start. You've been doing this for 2 years. We were talking about.
Yeah,
but
we-
like you know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying. This is like the beginnings of something that's gonna grow into something
Beautiful.
beautiful, bigger, expand.
Yeah.
You know,
God,
Joe
we-
Budden's not the only one that's gonna have a network out here.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah,
out of
for
here,
real.
bro.
Yeah. That you're right. Absolutely, you're right. I don't have a
Fucking my
name for that network,
gunshots.
but
I
yeah,
don't feel like-
no gunshots. All right. Sade,
I have
any
to look for them.
any closing words? Any closing thoughts?
This has been pretty dope. That's it. Thank you. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for conversation and all that shit. Thank you for like the Kanye debate because
Yeah.
I love debating.
Yes.
So that was nice.
That was
I
great.
love
Trust
that shit
me,
for
we
sure.
have-
We need more of that. And I think with you, if we have you on future episodes, which I want to have you on future episodes,
And
I think
it's
it'll
a
spark more debates.
It's a healthy debate where it's not, you know, there's no tension.
Yeah, I won't be calling you a bitch
Oh, no.
in the
Well,
middle
I
of
have,
it.
like, you know, everybody says I have such a, you know, I'm such a harsh critic when it comes to like music and stuff like that. So it's just like I have mad unpopular opinions, like.
Which we'll get more into that in a future episode because that's what I want to really get into, like all the opinions that we have on our music and hopefully get a debate going off that.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of stuff that we didn't tackle, but that's the beauty of it. The fact that we have much more to say. That's what I'm telling you, nigga. That's why this is so good. That's why I appreciate you having you here. This is not the end. Fuck no. This is the pre-brand. It's the genesis.
So we'll have you back after, you know, the rebrand. $, fucking
Johnson.
Jesus Christ. Is it gonna be
Is the
$2?
$sign gonna be on the Johnson or is it gonna be on the
That's what I was
sold
about to-
out?
that's what I was about to
Tune in for the next Johnson Sold Out.
He
with
might call himself
Lyrical
Johnson
Fix.
Sells Out.
Johnson sells
Nah,
Johnson Sells
nah,
Out. That might be
Sells
the
Out.
title of the. Oh, okay.
Nah, you can't be sold out. Sold out. See, sold out. See, that's why I like sold out better than sell out. That's why I went with sold out because sold out can be interpreted.
You selling out
Out
arenas.
of like versus sellout literally is a sellout. I don't want to be a sellout.
No, you're not a sellout.
Well, no, not sell out. Johnson sells out.
Oh no.
Okay. Wow. don't do that. Don't do that.
No, because
don't give me hope and then shoot me down. Don't do that. That's
no, because it still goes. It still can be interpreted as he's a sellout.
Yeah.
People would still just think like, oh, okay, he sells out, like not sells out arenas.
Yeah.
No, he sold out arenas. Like, man, he does this.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
No,
Just,
don't be a bitch.
I'm still. See,
and on that note, folks,
see how that goes?
Good night.
See how that goes?
Oh shit! Go ahead, close.
Oh man. So. It's come to my attention now. I've crossed paths a few times with this lady who recently got some non-surgical work done to her face, kind of like a facelift. I saw her last week, and it was my first time seeing her after she's gotten this work done. I was already told, and she looked at me with the biggest smile I've ever seen in my life, and actually said like, "Hi, how are you doing, mi amor?" And I was like thrown back. And then I saw her again, and she smiled at me again. She called me papi. And I was like super thrown off. But I say that to say, women, if you'd like to get work done on yourself, do so. If it makes you feel more happy and more confident, do so. Because I've seen it work wonders for this woman, and she's living her best life now. She's like in her 50s, I believe. Yeah, 50s, 60s. Living her best fucking life, all because of a little simple procedure that was non-surgical. So I say that to say, do whatever the fuck you want if it makes you happy. Get that BBL. Get that titty lift. Get that facelift. Get those wrinkles taken care of. Raise those eyebrows so you don't look like you have a resting bitch face all the fucking time. Do your fucking thing, ladies. Go ahead. I support you, and I salute you, and I love women a lot. Yeah? Peace. All right. Wash your hands, wash your ass, and wear a mask if you want to. Peace.
Oh, we were still recording?
No, we're still recording.
Oh. Yeah.
No, we both.
That was my final thoughts. Yeah, that was my final thoughts.
He always has to have like a okay. Peace. We're done.
Peace.
Oh shit.